Hey y'all, happy Friday. I hope you guys all survived Halloween and you're doing great, not too hungover from all the candy and the sugar. We are going to talk about not such deep thoughts with Bullhorn Betty today. They're not they're not deep thoughts. She's saying the quiet part out loud. And we're going to talk about it because it's just one of those things that's you just watch a train drive off the tracks on its own and then just keep driving off the rails. That's what it's like. Let's go. How are all of you? How's everybody doing? What y'all up to? What y'all up to this wonderful Friday? Y'all, it's so nice. It's day number 2 of being in a sweatshirt. And I am loving it. But it's at that weird time in Arizona where you have to switch from air conditioning during the day in the house to heat at night because it's getting, up to 80 and then dropping to 47. So it's one of those weird things. And every time we kick our heater on, every time, I don't know why, it sets the smoke alarms off at the first time. It's just ridiculous, but it's all just kind of how it goes. Let me go back up here really quick. Okay. I'm still going back up to say hi to everybody. Hold on. I'll probably go inside because between the wind here and then her stream is already windy that we're going to listen to. It might be too much. So, hey, Music City. Hey, Whispers. I hope you guys all had a great time. If you have littles and went trick-or-treating or if you did anything for Halloween, I hope you guys all had a good time. My girls are too old for trick-or-treating. They decided that that's not their thing. So they had friends over after school. We went to my in-laws for a little while and got their Halloween goodies. And then they came here and we did dinner and a bunch of snacks and stuff. And I got them flowers and they're all their little goodie bags. And then they hung out and watched movies. So I had a house full of teenagers last night. I was listening to Chasing. She was keeping me sane as all the teenagers were invading my household. It was a lot, but they were great. Hey, Electro. Hey, Gold Bulldogs. Hey, Chatty. Jeffrey. Pika. Pika, the pictures you shared with me were so freaking cute. So cute. Hey, Jonathan. Mona Lisa. Oh, I didn't see that. Hey, Sheila. This one is especially cringe too, Sheila. Hey, Tammy. Days of Painting. Angelics. Kathy R. Amy, Ohio. Amy, I'm still so happy that you got an answer. Lily Rose, Parody Street. Bo. River House. Candy Kitten. Fred. Jay. Donna. Twin Thing. Mrs. In My Opinion Fletcher. Aqua Hearts. A Blank Slate. Good to see you. Casey. Lucy. Diana. Ava. AV. Juno. Trish. Casual Art. Ghoulie Ghoul. Sherry. Lisa G. Rocky, I'm not sure if I think I said hello, but if I didn't, hello again. It's nice, yeah. Hey, Benny Ray. By the way, for all of my leggings wearing ladies, if you're new here and have not gotten on the Islander leggings, we got you if you want a good leggings link. Hey, Tebow. Yeah, I'm not sure. If she calls again, I'll let you know. Jonesin, you better go get that done. I'm going to harp on you. Hey, Becca. Hey, Kentucky Cooter. NJ Robin. It's me, Amber Lee. Chocolate. Marcy Tobeans. Autumn Renee. What? You're being called a Richard Allen supporter for being in Burkhart's chat? I like Andrea. So she is from, I lived in the same area of Washington that she's from. I've always kind of liked her. Hey, Flower. I don't always agree, but Beverly, Tracy, Sherry P, Chico. You went to the dispensary? Christmas decorating. Oh my goodness. Casual art. Oh, Kyle asked me last night if we should get the Christmas tree out, and I looked at him like he needed to wear a helmet because I am not even there yet. Hey, Denim. I was just actually talking to Kenzie about Christmas lists, and then like I've been getting everything ready, but I'm like, I want to be done by the beginning of December with everything. Cranky Pasta. Playing Minecraft. You're at home trying to warm up, Marcy. Hey, Lollipop Girl. Happy November. Oh, that reminds me. Okay, I'll go over there. Hey, Inspired by Flavor. Revival. Crazy Grandma. Jennifer. Margot Go. Yeah, Margot, that's exactly. Fit and Curvy, it's good to see you. Trick or treating was fun and crazy windy. You had about 6 kids that came by. We didn't get very many last night either. Hey, Banana Pug. Kimberly. I will have to say, though, Kyle went to one of the neighbors' house and came back with a whole bucket of, those little mini bottles of alcohol. A whole bucket of them. They sent him home. And I was like, we don't even drink. Like, why? And he's like, they just wanted me to take them. I'm like, so he goes in there and hands them to Sis. By the way, for those of you that don't know, she is 22. So I was like, what is this? Hey, Forever Army. MK. Nevada Gal, literally Davis fam, and Janice. Hello. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Steph. Muffin Mouse. Betty MCW. No, you're good. I'm like, is it Angelics? Angelics? Like, you know me and my name pronouncing. Revival, we need to turn people on for that sounded weird. That sounded really weird. Revival, we should probably not do that. We should probably not be turning people on. But we should probably give them the deets on the leggings because those leggings are damn good. People thought I was nuts when I bragged about those leggings. They really are amazing. Hey, Hartley. You wore your leggings to the hospital, did I see? Yeah, very good leggings. Hey, Up to Good. I will check my emails too, Up to Good. In my opinion, I'm a petty AF biatch, allegedly. Hey, Melissa, hello. Oh my gosh, Autumn, that's crazy. And good morning, afternoon, Thor. I guess it is afternoon. Cat's Eye, Southern Gal. Southern Gal, thank you for being a member for 6 months. I think you've been here longer than that. I think you've been around for quite some time, Southern Gal. So you guys are all up for the Christmas stuff. Look at you guys go. It's officially Christmas season. Oh, you're almost done with Christmas shopping. Good for you. You have a tree up all year. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, I'm not ready for Christmas. I haven't seen SF's post. Hey, Lazy Deb. Fit Kirby, you too. It's always hit and miss whether I see you or not popping in and out because you have a crazy schedule, but it's always I always enjoy when I get to see you. Christmas lights already. Oh, you guys are ahead of the game. Hey, Tattooed Aries. The people say, Eeyore. Christmas shopping finished. Look at you guys go. Parody Street. It's time for the Christmas tree. Tinfoil tiara. I know. I was like, what are we supposed to do with this? What are we doing here? Hey, Proud Mimi. We got a whole bucket of candy. I've spent way too much money on candy, but it's because Kyle is the candy monster over here. Yeah, I definitely needed to rephrase that. I will get you guys the link for the leggings right now. They're from Amazon. Sophia, hello. I don't know, Hartley. We have not heard an update. She did say yesterday that she went down there and met them. So I'm assuming the chief didn't call her back. She just went there in person. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Terry. Snowflake's Nightmare. Let me get that. Not too old to be turned on. Little C. I'll put a pair on in the next couple days too and show you guys. I will post the leggings link for sure. Oh, Melinda. Oh, see, you guys are ahead of me. You're still in Halloween mode. We're skipping Thanksgiving this year. Hey, Lynn Love and Night. See, making room for Christmas. Look at you guys go. Glory Facts, Not Feelings. Yeah. Don't forget, you guys, tonight, Duchess's Halloween party is tonight. Hey, let's be honest. Hey, Doxy. Tinkerbug. Okay, sorry, guys. I'm actually chatting. Just Jake. I really hope you love those. I love good leggings. Yep. Hey, Janice. Hey, Candace. Erica. Oh, Sophia. She flips. I think she already flipped her lid. Hey, Shelly. Cheryl. You're not a Thanksgiving fan? That's okay. Everybody, tell me in the comments while I grab the legging link before we get started for you guys. What is your favorite holiday? The shorts are just as awesome. Agreed, Jujubee. Hey, J-Dub. Okay, let me grab you guys the leggings link. So this is a staple that I wear. I was really actually nervous the first couple times I shared this because sometimes you just like, sometimes it's hit and miss, right? You can get a really good batch and they're good quality. And then the next time around, you're like, well, not the best. Well, this has been, all of us have had incredible luck with this set of leggings. And when I say they wash up nice, they are all of the things. So let me grab that. It is an affiliate link, just so you guys know. I make a couple pennies if you use it, the link to order off of it through Amazon. I don't have a storefront or anything, but I do have these are affiliate links, just so you guys are complete transparency. Okay, here you go. And if you watch at times too, a lot of times they are on sale. Like right now, they're $17.99 for a 3-pack. I wear the small medium and have a lot of room in them. I have people that are typically size 2X that can wear the large XL because they have so much room and they are longer and they are higher waisted. They're not super sucky any. They don't pill up really bad at all. And they wash up amazing. Like I wash them and dry them. Amazing. I have not seen one person, and I think there's been like 50 different people from the island that have bought the different leggings over the last couple of years. And no complaints. Not one person has complained. No holes, no nothing. They're not like LuLaRoe leggings. And yes, I used to sell those, so I can say this, that when you bend over, you have to worry if your ass is going to pop out. Because I've had that happen to me with LuLaRoe leggings. I mean, there's that. Kentucky Cooter, there's different options. So there's also ones with pockets that you can get. There's different options. So you can go all black, you can go a mixture of different things. There's capri length too. Kentucky Cooter, you'll want the small mediums. That's what I would say, because you're really thin, tall and thin. They might be like a 9/10 on you or something like that, like a little bit above your ankle, but they should be good. Yeah, sissy, they're amazing. Fit and curvy, I do too. Yep. I know. I was a part of an MLM. I absolutely was. Yep. Tell me what you think though. If you get them and have any problems too, the customer service has been awesome for everybody that I've heard. So that is one link I swear by, is that legging. And then I wear this, that's the spandex shorts I wear too that I live in. So you're an extra small, so they will not, Juno, probably not. You'd probably have too much room in them. Um, you you might, I'll see if I can find something similar with more sizing options, but they would probably be baggy on you, because in the small medium I mean, they fit, they don't fall down or anything like that, but they might on you. I'm definitely way more curvy. Just for full transparency, I'm about 153, 5'3". I fluctuate between 140 and 155-ish on weight, give or take 15 pounds within that, up and down, depends on the medication I'm taking, basically. But I'm 5'3", about 153, and I wear the small mediums. I hope that helps. Oh, yes, J-Dub, I absolutely will. I absolutely will. Hey, Bees Knees. Hey, LFT, I will get there. Perfect. Let me know. Everybody that ordered them, I want your guys' honest opinions. Please give me your honest opinions. And if you have problems, they will take care of it usually. So J-Dub, I will get the link as soon as he gets home and email that back to you for sure. For revival, right? You like loose everything, Ange. I understand that. Totally understand that too. Totally understand that. Oh, I can't wait to see the black turquoise and rose set. Ooh, those are pretty. Gina, Gina just said, Gina said, honestly, I'm not a small. My back is only about half a big back. Gina, stop it. Oh, they do stretch. They have a lot of stretch in them. Yeah. They come up. I've done that too. And you don't get, everybody's bodies are shaped differently. So I'm not going to say you won't get, but they don't ride in the no area for women where you have that weird line and stuff. They don't hike that way automatically. So they're camel toe friendly. That's what I'm trying to get at, I guess. Southern gal. Everybody around here knows I always need a good bra. I'm the worst bra wearer ever. I hate bras. That's why I want a boob job, just so I don't ever have to wear a bra again. But yeah, there's that. There's 451 of you in here. I'm talking like there is like 100 of us normally in here, Hey, what are you gonna say? We all have bodies, we all have all these things that we have to deal with. But if you guys have any good bra suggestions, drop them in the comments. Help your fellow ladies out. They've outlasted, right? I know, Gina, and for the price. Nope, no camel toe. I'm telling you, like, I have been so thrilled with these leggings, the way they wash up and everything. Yep. Any bra suggestions? Tell them in the comments. Okay, I'm gonna get moving on to Beddy. See, J-Dub, that's awesome for sizing, you guys. J-Dub, that is amazing. That's really helpful. Yeah, if you guys have any good suggestions, Nana Tiddler, it's so good to see you. Hey, Shelly Joe, Shaby, Smoky Mountain Mermaid. You like the Victoria's Secret knockout sports bras? See, Turtleloo, adore me for bras. I haven't, but I think Kenzie has. Let me ask her. Kenzie's tried a bunch of different places than I have. What did the lesbianist say? I know. I know. Let's be honest, that's me too. I'm like, what? Have you tried the Adore Me bras?
I don't think so. I've tried Torrid. I've tried.
She said, okay, Kenzie said. Kenzie has tried Torrid, Savage X, Fenty. Any of them you like? Sheen.
Torrid's good for like if you are weird sizing for like bands.
She said Torrid is good if you have like a weird size banding. Or like
only my band would be different for my cup size, so it's more flexible to
they had more options for what she needed. Just Jake. See, I've been thinking about it. Hey, Grandma Sherry. Hey, Swin. Yeah, she has a lot of, she's tried a lot of different ones, but for me, it's like Lane Bryant. You guys are cracking me up. You love the Adore Me ones. Interesting. That's really interesting. Just Jake, I've been thinking about a lift, and I don't necessarily need a lift, but I would just like fullness so I don't ever have to wear anything. I love t-shirt bras. Shaper Mint, they run small. It's officially Tits November. All right. How about undies? Heard they are comfy. Hey, you know what? You guys got good suggestions. I actually found some on Amazon that are amazing. They're like a satin feel, but they are no show for leggings and stuff. There are no seam lines and stuff. I love them, but they're kind of like the Victoria's Secret cheeky ones, if you know what that is. Really, just Jake. I'm gonna have to look into that. Yeah, I'm that. You love them from Shaper Mint, Savage Fenty. Okay, all right. I'm never gonna. I'm never gonna move on here if we can. If you guys continue to talk about whatever you want though, because I'll move over to Beddy. Speaking of needing a bra, speaking of needing a makeover, we're gonna go to Beddy from yesterday. I basically just need a training bra. You guys are too much. Hey, you know what though? All boobs matter. Doesn't matter the size. Doesn't matter. All boobs matter. Make sure you get your boobies checked too, ladies and gentlemen. Breast cancer awareness and your colons. That's another good reminder. Might as well just get it all out there today. Your colons, your boobies, get it all checked. It's time. Okay, let's go into Beddy. Thank you all for joining me. And here we go. Let's listen to see what Beddy has to say. This is from yesterday. Dexter Charles, I see you. Oh, hold on. Dexter wants to say hi to his friends really quick because he's being really bad. He's being really bad right now. Come here. Come on. You were just doing it. What time is it, Dexter? Is it that time? He says, it's Mom, you're not starting this crap without giving me a treat first. Hold on. And then Kenzie wants you to see this one too. Dexter's got to be ridiculous. Oh, and here you go.
I'm covered, so you're good.
Here's the baby. The Holy Terror. Whiskey, can you say hi to your friends?
Dexter, shut up, man.
There's the whiskey. Okay, now we can go to Beddy. Oh, whiskey is so bad.
But this is like the only section of it I have left. And the reason why it took me so long to get here is because I realized my phone is it was dead, like dead. What? I'm not talking to you. I figured it'd be good for Delilah to get outside of the house just a little bit while we sit and discuss this case a little bit. I might have to go in and get my glasses. I got a new tripod because while I was at Olivia, one of my little tiny tripod broke, which sucks. because I love that tripod and I can't seem to find another one just like it.
This time it's not my wind in the background, just so everybody is aware. She is dealing with a lot of wind. So unfortunately, it's kind of throughout this entire thing. Sorry.
Hey, Sheena. Is that Rebecca? Rebecca, it's nice to see you. Busy Mama, Mickey, Shell. Hey, guys. Oh, Seth. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. It's probably still morning for you. 11:30 for you. So it's still morning. It's afternoon. It's officially afternoon for me. I have been running. I had to drop the, hey guys, hey, hope is a beautiful thing. We got Mr. and Mrs. Car Guy, Misty, it's nice to see you, Don. Hopefully the wind's not blowing up the speaker too much. I actually think it's cool. But anyways, one of the biggest problems I had with the other tripod, even though it's smaller.
Yeah, it's blowing on the speaker too much there, Bets. It is. Unfortunately, we can still hear you though.
I like it because it fits in my purse. This one does not. It's like a foot, even collapsed, it's like a foot. But the base of it is so much more sturdy. Remember, I used to complain about the base not being sturdy. Hey guys, I see Pebbles in here. Hey Pebbles, it's nice to see you, my love. Hi guys. Sonia's in here. Stephanie, it's nice to see you, nerdy girl.
Bo, every time she does it, she makes my ears itch. And I'm a Q-tip like hoarder. But every time I see her do it, it makes me twitch.
Oh, good morning, afternoon, wherever you may be. Mama Bear, it's nice to see you. Hey. Carol, it's nice to see you. But good morning, good afternoon to everybody.
I love her fake. Hey.
Can't hear good. Can't hear good. Huh. Oh, well, maybe it might have something to do with my volume.
And these sunglasses, my God.
Can you hear better now? Hopefully you guys can hear better. It might be the wind. I might just put it down just a tad, maybe turn this way. It's not that far away from my face, but I got wind out here. Hey Gypsy, it's nice to see you. Oh, Melanie, thank you. Big hearts, big hugs and kisses. Nice to see you guys.
Oh.
So you guys know that we've been kind of on a different case. Wind sounds you out. Really? Maybe turning it a little bit. Is that better? I wonder if we go, I hear you good. Okay. Well, we're going to have a little bit here and a little bit there. Like I'm literally like right there. I think about a foot and a half away. There we go. I wonder if I should get my noise. But if I do that, then I won't be able to plug this up and I need to charge the phone. My phone doesn't usually die. It's dying today.
She's really, she's looking rough. I'm not body shaming, not anything, but she looks stressed. When I say that, I mean she looks stressed. All of us that have been stressed, going through rough times, we know how stress affects people. We've all been there. She just definitely is looking stressed. I will say that. Hey, Wolfie. Yeah, she definitely looks worn out and stressed.
So, yeah, it's awfully windy today. But I got good news. So I talked to somebody, and Black Beauty is going to be Black Beauty. I was wanting to, obviously save for a new car, but with all court stuff, all my money's kind of gone into attorneys along with the channel's money. So in order for us to continue to do what we're doing, and I obviously have to take some.
Wait. Hold on. All of your channel's money and all your money is going into court stuff, ma'am. Your subs paid for the retainer of the first attorney, which is interesting because you mentioned firing him coming up. But your subs, you were bailed out by somebody else. So what? Your GoFundMe isn't even in your name, but you're raising funds. Like people are paying, and your income on your channel has gone up because, ma'am, your subs and your watch time and all of that stuff, your ad revenue has gone up too. So, okay.
Wants and must-haves off the table. And so I figured that I needed to figure out how to fix up Black Beauty, and one of the things is that the paint is just like literally peeling off in chunks. So tomorrow morning, she is going into the body shop and she's going to have a paint job done to her to bring her back to life. So I don't look so ghetto. She's starting to rust. Like she's like, there's the paint is starting, like it's starting to rust. I'm like, oh.
Ugh, why does she do that stuff? I mean, Who's paying if you can't afford? Who's paying to have it? Never mind. None of my business. I don't really care.
Oh my God. And of course the hurricane didn't help because the spot on the like the hood, it was just peeling, but it wasn't rusting. Well, now it's starting to rust, and I'm like, I can't do this. It's stressing me out. The car problems, the house problems, all these different things started to stress me out. So I stopped by a paint shop today, actually a few of them, and one person gave me a steal of a deal. Now I don't know how kind of paint job I want to get. But you know what? To be honest with you, I don't care because, in all fairness, as long as it brings her back to beauty, I don't care. It's $400. $400 if I drop it off tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Oh, we're not talking like it's only $400 for a paint job. Yeah, okay. I see what we're getting here. Okay. We're not getting like a full overhaul paint job professional. We're getting a touch up. Okay. All right.
They said they'll have it ready for me by Sunday. I don't pay until I pick it up on Saturday. And she'll have a new paint job. So it's like, that's one thing left off my plate. I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to get an estimate, but it was going to be about an extra $200 if I didn't do it tomorrow. He literally gave me a steal of a deal to fix the spots on the car.
He's just fixing the spots. So he's doing a spot. Oof. This is yikes. Betty. Hey, Lurker. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything's going well. Yeah, Barb. Painting vehicles is so expensive. That's why I was like, when she said $400, I'm like, oh. And if he's automatically able to take $200 off the top, it's one of those desperate situations attempting probably that he needs something covered. So he's like, here, I'll fix a few spots for $400, but I need it right now. So I need you to do it right now. Betty, that's probably a bad idea. But hey, can of spray paint works well.
Blend it all in and stuff like that. And it was just, he was the cheapest. The last quote I got for that car, I just want to let you guys know, was over $2,000. I wasn't going to do it. You guys know I wasn't going to do it. I told you guys I wasn't going to do it. That's just too much. The car's not worth it to me. $400 to fix that stuff on it, that's doable for me.
Okay, yeah. I mean, right there. Quality. The last quote she got was over $2,000, and then she went and found somebody that's willing to do the same thing for $400. I mean, we already know what she's going to get out of this whole situation. So here we go. Like, it's just the tip. I mean, the top.
Sorry, not sorry. I can't be riding around in a rust bucket. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I'm planning on doing tomorrow. My neighbor's going to drop me off at the paint shop, and I'm just going to leave it there. And hopefully she looks 100% better than she does. I don't know what caused it. The only thing I can think of is that, she stays outside in the Florida heat. And I think it just deteriorates.
Oh, chances are it's going to look better until you go through a car wash and it chunks off, or you hit the sunlight and the right reflection and see what it actually looks like. It's going to look better as long as you keep it in the dark. And don't go through a car wash. It'll look great. Amazing. I'm happy for you that you're getting this done. This will be an exciting ordeal over the next month, I'm sure.
Deteriorated the paint. And then when we were in Georgia, Dolly was on the roof of the car trying to get some images of what was going on over the fence with Leilani. So he was standing on the roof with his camera. And I think when he stepped, he must have cracked the, whatever it is, because it was shortly after.
Ma'am, Dolly weighs like 105 pounds and is like 4'11". Dolly didn't crack your roof. Okay. But carry on.
That, within, I think, 6 to 9 months that the roof started peeling. So I think that's what actually happened. But either way, it's not.
Dolly is the cause of her roof peeling. Well, I mean, I've heard slugs leave trails.
It's not anything.
I'm walking away from this shit before I get in trouble.
It's stressing me out. So I figured this is a small fix, for the stress. And so I'm going to be doing that. I finally got my shovel and everything. I've got some work around the house. I've got to dig up the freaking front yard and the drain field to put that clean out in. So that's going to be done, I don't know, in the next month. I finally got all my tools to do that. So we'll see how everything works out. That's all we can do. Put one foot in front of the other. I've got a deadline on the 6th, so I'm going to be doing that. But anyways, that's not what this live's about. I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of what's going on in Bullhorn Betty's world, because, everybody thinks that it's just so that we've got no problems.
Nobody thinks that you don't have problems. Some of them are self-inflicted, though. We all have problems. Shit. You want to talk about vehicle problems? We all got them.
We got nothing but problems, right? We just put one foot in front of the other and just get it done. Salt, hard on paint. Yeah, and you know what I was thinking about that? A busy mama. We went all over the country in this car, literally all over the country in the snow, sleet, ice. So I have to think that there is something to do with the salt on the roads that we've gone through that maybe we didn't get, you know, whatever. And I don't live that far from the beach as well. So I'm sure there's a lot of salt in the air here that I just don't pay attention to. So what do you do? You know, what do you do? She needs to look at least decent. I can't. So she's getting a paint job. I think it'll be good. You know, it'll be a nice change for the vehicle, and it'll get her kind of incognito. It'll feel like a new car all over again, right? Instead of spending $40,000, we're just spending $400, like a drop in the bucket, right? What you're hearing behind me is there's my.
I mean, can you imagine having such problems in your life that the paint of your vehicle is a priority? To pay $400 for paint on your vehicle, that's a priority. Most of us are happy with a vehicle that gets us from point A to point B and runs. That's called privilege, Betty. If you're concerned and going to go get your paint fixed, it's not mechanical. It still drives, gets you to point A to point B, drives you all over the country. But you're whining about paint of all things. And yeah, this stream is titled Sebastian Rogers. Hendersonville, Tennessee. That's the name of this stream.
That's my shed. I still haven't unearthed it because I don't know how to. I don't know how to unearth it, you know, because the roof is caved in. It's very heavy.
Think of all those people that are still missing from the hurricanes. The complete destruction. Ugh. The entitlement is astounding with these people.
So I'm going to have to get some wood and raise that roof. I'm going to have to brace that roof so it doesn't fall down on me until I can figure out how to get it off this and off the sides, because that's tin. That shit will slice you wide open. And so I've got to get some special gloves to deal with it. You know, and my lawnmower's in there. I've got my pressure cleaner, like everything.
Some special gloves, aka leather gloves. All right, let me guess, that's going to be added to your wish list. So your subs can buy a pair of gloves that is $10 at the hardware store. Goodness.
And then there's the fence. So we're still dealing with you know, I'm still dealing with a lot of the repercussions from the hurricane still. It's, you know, it's better. It's just not complete. And I've got so many things, like I wasn't supposed to go, but to North Carolina, but because of the production crew, they were insistent that I got there. You know, they didn't want to push it back another week. You know, that's all I needed is them to push it back another week. And they didn't want to. So we had to make do with what we could. And the only way we could do that is for me to go over two flipping counties to get a rental, because I wasn't going to sit there and deal with the, you know, airport. It's open, it's running, but we still.
Oh, and she just got a rental. She got a rental vehicle. So this is what I call frivolous spending. I mean, she went to North Carolina. Okay.
Had a lot of damage to the airport. So there's still certain things that are being fixed at the airport. I didn't want to deal with that. And it was either that or go to Tampa.
You want me to back that up again so you guys can hear the production company part again? I find that to be the production company, I think, is following Olivia around.
I've got my pressure cleaner, like everything. And then there's the fence. So we're still dealing with you know, I'm still dealing with a lot of the repercussions from the hurricane still. It's, you know, it's better. It's just not complete. And I've got so many things, like I wasn't supposed to go, but to North Carolina, but because of the production crew, they were insistent that I got there. You know, they didn't want to push it back another week, you know.
The production crew was insistent. They didn't want to push it back another week. The production crew. Yeah, there was cameras following Olivia around. They're obviously working on something, but you know, she's such a big star. They needed to get all those shots. I'm sure the B-roll footage of her screaming and hollering into a bullhorn. Yeah.
No, that's all I needed is them to push it back another week, and they didn't want to. So we had to make do with what we could. And the only way we could do that is for me to go over two flipping counties to get a rental, because I wasn't going to sit there and deal with the, you know, airport. It's open, it's running, but we still had a lot of damage to the airport. So there's still certain things that are being fixed at the airport. I didn't want to deal with that. And it was either that or go to Tampa. And I hate flights. If I can drive, I prefer driving. I can bring my equipment. I can bring, if I want to bring 15 billion bags with me or fill up the whole back end of the truck, I can. I go to an airport, I end up spending like $250 for money for luggage, because of the weight. So it just,
again, that's a you problem. If you're not finding flights that include baggage and budgeting that out, sometimes it's better to pay for a little bit more expensive flights because your luggage is, oh, Betty, just stop. People lost their lives in every single thing in these hurricanes. You're talking about renting a car, going and getting a paint job on a car because, first world problems here. Needing a pair of gloves.
kind of sucks. Hey, Sebastian's Army will never stop fighting for justice. No, we won't. Great segue, car guy, because we're talking about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He's a 15-year-old autistic boy that disappeared from his home in Hendersonville, Tennessee, where allegedly he was with only his mother. But we have Silvers on the scene that has been doing investigative work since Suffolk County likes to violate people's rights and try to act like
Silver's on the scenes doing investigative work. Again, a failed actor, in my opinion, that did a whole lot of videos before people started addressing him that were all geared towards production companies and trying to get noticed, doing some really weird things. Now he's an investigative journalist all of a sudden. It's amazing how people transition in life to these exceptional titles without anything. Okay. And Sumner County likes to violate people's rights. Poor Beddy.
they can't come into a county and can't move freely in America. They turned into China, Sumner County. And so there are still a few people that say, screw Sumner County, we're going to do whatever the hell we damn well.
China, Sumner County. Oh, Beddy. Oh, Beddy.
Please, we're American citizens, and we have a right. We have our rights, and those cannot be infringed upon our government. That means Sumner County as well. So they're gun ho. While Sumner County is trying to keep me in the hot seat, I really don't care at this point. There's some things worth fighting for, and if that judge wants to throw me in.
Sumner County is trying to keep her in the hot seat. Sumner County is responsible for everything Beddy says and does. Sumner County is obviously following her around, making these decisions for her. Sumner County has been the cause of her doing all of this filming of herself, making veiled threats that she's going to continue to do in this. But okay, it's all their fault.
In jail over First Amendment freedom of speech, then by God, that's what he's going to have to do.
This has nothing to do with your First Amendment. Once again, that has nothing to do with this whatsoever. You are restrained from stalking and harassing the parents of a missing child. You chose to violate those orders. You were slapped with 6 violations. It has nothing to do with your freedom of speech at all. It's actually protecting other people's rights. Crazy how that works. You're not the only one in America that has rights, Beddy. Your rights don't trump theirs.
I'm not going to be pleading. I'm not going to be standing down. And we are going to be talking about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. We're going to be talking about the POS parents that want to lie about every single thing related to this case. And that does not include Seth Rogers. Seth Rogers has been fighting right along everybody else through this nasty, vile crap that these 2 people that said that they were in charge of taking care of this boy have created. I'm not going to change my opinions or my commentary to appease a government body. Just ain't happening. Just ain't happening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a whole lot I could say on that, but you guys already know the drill on that whole situation, trying to use Seth. Again, sorry, they're cutting trees outside my house, so that's what's so loud. I'm going to walk away from that. I'm just going to walk away from that because, in my opinion, she's exploiting Seth for her own personal gain. Yes, Seth is a grown adult and has made his own decisions, but I still believe that Beddy is continuing to exploit him for personal gain.
And we have problems here. And I'm not going to sit here. Delilah, you're getting too, excuse me, guys.
Wolfie, we do. We do have trees here. We have palm trees too. Crazy.
Sorry, she was getting a little too far. Hi. Hi, my beautiful. Hey. Are you enjoying yourself today? Is our beautiful Delilah enjoying herself? There's the rest of the Hot Mess Express. So as you guys can see, I'm just kind of, I don't like being intimidated. And there are some things worth fighting for in this country, and my freedoms and our Constitution is one of those things. And I'm not going to let one small county, a speck on the freaking map of the United States, where they want to not follow the law and make up their own law as they go. That's not fair to their citizens. It's not.
So this judge was just making up his own laws as he went. He just decided to go back in his chambers and start, rewriting laws to target Beddy. Poor Beddy.
Fair to the people that come to visit. I called around, I think between our team, we've called 28 different counties in Tennessee to find out what is needed for a protective order. And you know what? When we describe what we want to do, which is exactly what they did, not one county out of the 28 counties we called will allow you to put together a protective order the way they did.
Oh, I would love to hear what you're calling and asking, Beddy. Have you recorded those calls? I would love to hear what is actually being asked and what the actual answers are. Beddy, aren't you the same person that just said the other day, in fact, I know you did, that no place besides Sumner County, no place, not just within Tennessee, you said no place would allow somebody to get a protection order like this. And then I think I distinctly remember hearing through the grapevine that you attempted to get a restraining order against Queen Bee. You've never been in her presence besides at court, right? And then you weren't even in her presence then, but you tried that too. But you didn't have any proof or evidence. Oh, but now it's just in Tennessee. It's all Tennessee. Okay. But again, the one that records phone calls and usually will show people, listen to what they say. You have no proof of what they're actually saying to you. You just want us to believe you? Bullshit.
If that doesn't tell you about this particular county and the corruption in this county and the unfairness that they allow certain citizens above other citizens. So that's 28 counties in Tennessee that says that this type of PO and how this PO was handled is not allowed according to Tennessee law. 28 counties.
I'm sure you included that you didn't show up for court. I'm sure that you included that you hid from being served. I'm sure you didn't include that you went on the news talking about this order. I'm sure you also didn't include that you continued to do the exact same things after the initial temporaries were put in place. I'm sure you didn't tell them that then you hired an attorney and that your request for a dismissal was thrown out. I'm sure you didn't tell them all of the things that led up to where you're at. I'm sure you also didn't include that you knew that you had these temporary orders of protection in place and chose to drive from Florida to Tennessee once again after violating said orders because you wanted to be a martyr. You wanted them to put you in jail. I'm sure you didn't tell the 28 counties that you guys have been calling all of that, did you, Beddy?
Now, I'll go through the rest of them, the rest of the counties, but I just want you guys to know how much of the homework I've done. 28 counties so far. You cannot do these type of protective orders. Actually, you know what they told me? They told me that this sounds like defamation and protective order can't protect me from defamation.
Oh, it sounds like defamation. It sounds like Beddy is being the one defamed. Beddy is being like defamation. Yeah, I definitely know if they're saying any of that stuff, you definitely have not told them the facts, the truth. I'm sure they haven't seen the evidence, the videos of you jumping out in traffic. I'm sure you haven't shown them any of that stuff. If they're telling you anything about defamation, they definitely don't know what's really going on here. Good try, Beddy.
That's what they said. Not verbatim, but that was the summation of just about every single.
Oh, that's not verbatim though, but that's just the summation of what she wanted to hear out of this conversation. In other words, her upcoming court date is November 20th.
One of them basically telling me I'm screwed. Funny how that works, isn't it? Funny how that works, isn't it? So,
wait, they told you you were screwed, but they told you it was basically illegal for them to do this. So is it illegal or are you screwed? Which way? Which way are we turning? Because none of that made sense.
Now, we've got an issue here because we've got a stepfather that's basically bragging that nobody's going to find his stepson. We've got a mother and a stepfather.
Where did that happen? Where did that happen? Where is the proof of him bragging that nobody is going to find Sebastian? I want a timestamp and a date. Where is this that he's bragging to people that Sebastian will not be found?
Father that have decided to pay more attention to social media content creators searching for their child than them actually getting off their fat asses to go out there and search for their son.
Okay, hold up. I'm going to rewind that because I want to correct this.
We've got a mother and a stepfather that have decided to pay more attention to social media content creators searching for their child than them actually getting off their fat asses to go.
So Chris and Katie have factually served one protection order on Bullhorn and Beddy. No cease and desist, anything else. For a victim to file a protection order, it is free. They eventually did get an attorney, which Beddy is being held liable for their court fees and their attorney's fees, according to the judge. So it didn't cost them anything. And as far as time-wise goes, Seth, who is a part of her team, initially sent out 6 cease and desists in the first round. Then he sent out more cease and desist. And then his team, Nick the Hat and At Night Media, have also filed some sort of filing in state court in Pennsylvania. She claimed that it took 75 people to gather those exhibits. So who has spent more time and paid more attention to anything or even more money on stuff? I think it's pretty evident here. That's your team, Beddy.
Go out there and search for their son. They're disgusting human beings, in my opinion. Absolutely disgusting human beings. Throughout the course of this process here, throughout the course of covering this case, we've spoke to a lot of people. We've read a lot of commentary through social media of people that have worked with at least the stepfather. And I've never received one positive piece of feedback from the stepfather out of all of the people that have worked with him. Nobody's ever came forward. Did you guys notice that?
Of course you're not going to, because even if you were, you would discount it. Even if somebody did come forward and talk to you guys, which I doubt anybody around them that actually knows them is going to come out and talk to people like this. So the people you interact with, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for negative experiences because you want to paint a specific narrative about him. That is what you are looking for. So that is what you are going to find. Do we even know that these people are legit? No, we have no idea. But the people that are closest to them are not going to come out and entertain people like you. They're not going to. Why would they?
Still to this day, they've only had one lone friend that hadn't seen them, that didn't even know Chris, that didn't even know that they were married.
She's referencing Gabby, and Gabby spoke highly of both Seth and Katie, acknowledged she didn't know Chris. Okay. And what about Seth? We could ask the same questions, but it's irrelevant because at the end of the day, law enforcement has not said that any of them are suspects, that they even know where Sebastian is. Everything is on the table. The parents have been vetted and have been cooperative. So all of your little independent bullshit is just to paint a narrative. That's it. And you're not going to find positive interaction with people because you're looking for the negative, because that's what fits your narrative, Beddy.
Anything like that. One lone friend that came forward and spoke on their behalf. One. Their entire life, they literally only had one person that hadn't seen them in forever come forward on their behalf.
And most other people are not going to come to public social media because of what has been happening. I guarantee that they wouldn't even want people to come out and speak on their behalf, especially to people like this. We haven't seen it on Seth's side either. At all. That's not helpful, unfortunately, in this situation. I'm sure there's people around them that support them majorly that would love to come out and say things, but it's counterproductive because no matter what is said, it's never going to change people like this and the narratives that they push. Beddy, especially.
That's just sad. Oh, thank you, Sonia. Yeah, don't forget we do have our
Yeah, but the Tacos knew Seth and Katie, and originally when they came out, they spoke highly of Katie too. But then as time went on, then that changed. So again, it was like, I mean, over time, that slowly diminished too.
GoFundMe. Let me see if I can pin that. There we go. Our GoFundMe's still going. We're 14%. I love the support. I really do. I thank everybody for that. It's moving. It's moving in the right direction, and it's all because of the great-hearted.
Okay, please take this with a grain of salt and do not take it the wrong way, but I have never noticed Beddy to stutter, and I'm not making fun of if she does have a speech impediment or anything of that nature, quite the opposite. But up until the last few months, I have never noticed her to stutter as much as she has recently. I don't know if that's a stress thing, if it's a scare thing, like internal thing but she has been stuttering and stammering all over her words that I've never noticed before.
People out here that support and have watched what I have gone through, and I'm just so appreciative of it. So hopefully we get this stuff fixed up. But I just don't trust this state. I don't trust this county. I'm starting not to trust a damn freaking attorney out there. I'm trying to go as far away from this county as possible to find representation because I truly don't trust them. I don't trust any attorney, including the one I fired.
Including the one you fired. Let's listen to that again.
Hopefully we get this stuff fixed up. But I just don't trust this state. I don't trust this county. I'm starting not to trust a damn freaking attorney out there.
She's struggling with attorneys. Wait, I thought you had a whole team of attorneys that you were collabing with and, getting advice from, along with the attorney that you spoke so highly of in Sumner County that was representing you against these ROs. And now you've got a civil rights attorney listed as your representation.
I'm trying to go as far away from this county as possible to find representation because I truly don't trust them. I don't trust any attorney.
Or is that because the attorneys in Sumner County do not believe that Sumner County is corrupt and that you are causing unnecessary issues and that they're not willing to take part in your fuckery? Is that why you're going outside of Sumner County? That seems more likely to me.
Including the one I fired. So there is that. I just don't.
Did he fire you? Did he fire you, Beddy, because he asked you to not speak about the county, the judge? You said that, and then you continued to go on and demean the county, the judge, even mentioning the judge's grandkids, which you're about to do again. Did he pull representation from you? You fired him, huh?
Don't trust him. Thank you, Phil. Keep it up. Thank you. God bless you. That's why I decided to come out here. I've just been.
It's interesting. So your subs paid or helped pay for this initial attorney that was paid like $8,000 something for a retainer. And I'm assuming that's who you're talking about that you fired. So who's going to be representing you on the 20th? Huh.
I just got everything unpacked. The house needs to be cleaned up, and I just didn't feel like being, in there when Delilah hasn't been out. Hey.
I would too, Autumn. I would too.
I got shattered glass all here because my tape.
In all fairness, though, the people that were calling that attorney's office and speaking to people and recording that, I would have gotten rid of that attorney right then and there, on the basis of his staff. If I'm being truthful, I would have gotten rid of that attorney's office because of that, because people from social media were calling and recording, and the staff, no matter how you feel about it, should have been like, nah, we're not telling you anything kind of shit. So there's that. That's my own personal beliefs on that. But she wrote hard for this guy. This guy was great. He was ex-law enforcement, all that stuff.
Table just got destroyed and the entire glass just shattered into, it was tempered glass too. So it's not,
Oh yeah. When she liked this guy, he had an incredible background. He was previous law enforcement, and the attorney that represented her first has quite the background. Absolutely. He's done a lot of different things within law enforcement as a judge, all of that stuff. Yeah. But now, he's not up to par. She don't trust him, of course. Typical Beddy.
It's not easy to pick up. It's all this these little squares. Well, Delilah's attracted to them, and I get very nervous when she goes over there. 'Cause I'm scared she doesn't know that it can hurt her, and I'm scared she's going to pick up one of those.
Wait, Bubbles, who was playing Tetris during the court hearing? Who? Sorry, I gotta wait for Bubbles to respond. Not the attorney, somebody else, right? Nobody even was allowed to have their phones, from my understanding. Yeah. Private poopy pants. And the thing is defense attorneys defend liars. Like, they are. But when you can't, like, when you have a rogue client going on social media saying all this stuff, like, how are you going to continue to defend this? Like, you come up with a plan, you stick to where you can maneuver within the law, things of that, loopholes, things of that nature. But to have her, like, counterproductive, constantly running her mouth, Bubbles, did you say who was playing? Oh, Bubbles, yeah, okay, then. I heard, yeah, I see. Yeah, chances are. I disregard that.
Those pieces of glass and swallow it. But there's not much I can do with it because it's bedded in the leaves, the grass, the dirt. It's just. Let me show you guys. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on. I feel so dehydrated. I'm actually drinking water in my coffee cup instead of coffee today. Here it is. It's just all this. It's just little.
Bend over and pick it the fuck up. Like, what are we supposed to be looking? Is this serious right now?
Squares. And it just falls apart. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's just a bunch of squares. Get out of here. Go. Get.
Get a mower with like a blower, a rake, and a shovel. Are we kidding me? Oh, Betty, you do not know. This is a huge issue. She can't do this. Get a rake, get a blower, get a shovel, get a black garbage bag, put some gloves on, and bend the fuck over and pick it up. Holy.
No. Get out of the glass. Get. So I think what I'm going to end up having to do is get a bag of dirt. You know, that's the only thing I can think of is get a bag of dirt and throw the dirt over it.
What? Oh, no. Yeah, a bag of dirt's going to work wonders. So then the next rainstorm that comes through, the dirt just, settles in and the glass just comes right up through it. Oh, that makes a whole lot of fucking sense. Just get a bag of dirt.
Because it's going to be easier for me to throw a bag of dirt over it than it is going to be trying to clean it up. I'm not going to ever get that shit out of the yard.
Those are big, huge chunks. Big, huge chunks. This has got to be, she's got to be joking. This has got to be a parody.
Everything got destroyed. Everything. So, what do you do? So, sorry.
This has got to be embarrassing for her mother. This really does. And I say her mom because her mom's in her streams often. Are you joking right now? Betty, bend the fuck over. Get a step stool. Sit on the ground if it hurts your back to bend over. Bend with your knees, not with your back. Get some gloves on and pick the shit up.
It's starting to get a little too windy out here. I wonder if I should put there's a place I can go that will block some of the wind. So
I got you, Autumn. How far, Autumn, do you want me to go back? Do you want me to go back to showing the glass? Yeah, I saw where it came from. Yeah, I disregard that. Sorry. A judge ain't going to look too kindly to an attorney playing Tetris in the middle of court. Unless they were waiting for the other case to be heard and he was doing it on his own time, but not. Yeah. I'm waiting for Autumn's comment to come through. Oh, perfect. I gotcha. Let's go back. Because I think let's look at.
Get out of here. Go. Get. So get out of the glass. Get.
Oh, I want to show that. I want her to show that chunk again. That's what I want her to show because like this is wild. This is freaking wild.
it is. It's just all this, it's just little squares and it just falls apart. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's just a bunch of squares. Get out of here. Go, 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 go.
He picked it up and then threw it right back on the ground. Oh my.
Get. So get out of the glass. Get. So I think what I'm going to end up having to do is get a bag of dirt. You know, that's the only thing I can think of is get a bag of dirt and throw the dirt over it, because it's going to be easier for me to throw a bag of dirt over it than it is going to be trying to clean it up. I'm not going to ever get that shit cleaned up out of the dirt. Everything got destroyed. Everything. So what do you do? So what?
I'm dumbfounded right now. I am honestly dumbfounded. I cannot believe she is. This might even be further than I thought she would take it. This is pure epic laziness, complete entitlement, embarrassing. Like this should be embarrassing. Betty, you are a grown ass adult. You are a homeowner that you are proud of being. You know how to take care of this shit. Come on now. Come on.
Sorry, it's starting to get a little too windy out here. I wonder if I should go. There's a place I can go that will block some of the wind. So what have you guys heard? Like I want somebody to, if you guys, I know you guys don't have a whole lot. Hey, Tugs on Heartstrings. Mona, it's nice to see you. I kind of watched Silver's on the Scene, and he basically stated it. Now, make sure I got this right. So,
Petty, hell yeah. A lawnmower with a bag on it without the blades down, just run it over a few times. A shop vac. There's so many ways that you could get a blower with a garbage bag and freaking blow it in. Have somebody, I mean, come on. Like there are so many things that you could do. A rake and a shovel, 2 simple solutions. Like I bend over and pick it up. Like all of it. What?
when he went to the job site, I think he drove by the job site and somebody reached out to him or something where he learned that the stepfather was, I'm trying to think here, use a shop vac and sex glass up. Oh, gee, that's probably a good idea. I think I do have a shop vac somewhere. I hope it's not in that mess there. I'm never going to buy the shop vac. That is just so depressing. I'm just so depressing. So what is it with Silver on the Scenes? Now, I forgot, I listened to it, but I don't quite understand it. So he was at EZ RV
Next thing, she'll have a shop vac on her wish list.
park when somebody came out and approached him. Is that my understanding? That he was at an RV park? What does it say? That's what I was talking about. Yeah, I was just wondering if everybody's opinion was about it. Sorry, at work can't respond right away. That's okay. If Delilah hurts herself, the vet's fees will be expensive if she isn't insured. Yeah, well, she's going to the vet tomorrow. I've got a vet appointment tomorrow at 2, but I might have to cancel it because I set the vet up, and then I went by there just to get an estimate for the. To be honest with you, I was expecting like a $1,500 estimate. I even told him right off the gate. I'm like, look, I'm just looking for an estimate so I can budget getting the car painted, so I could just start, saving some money and putting it to the side. And when he came back and said, this is what I'll do, like he even gave me more. It was closer to 500, and I'm like, well, I've got that. I told him about the vet and stuff like that. He goes, listen, I'll even.
You told the auto body guy, the painter, about your vet. You wheeled and dealed with this guy. Oh, this is going to be a great paint job. I'm so excited to see this.
He goes, I'll do it out the door 400 if you bring it in tomorrow by 8 o'clock. I'll have it to you back by Saturday. Yep. I'm going with that.
But originally she said that they would keep it till Sunday.
So anyways, so Silver on the Scenes met somebody. It was somebody that works with Chris or somebody that works with the stepfather.
I can't even imagine dealing with her, being a contractor, having to deal with her. Honestly, she would be one of those horror clients. Horror. HORROR, not WH. I mean, she might be one of those too, to try and get stuff knocked off her bill. I mean, hey, what do I know? But she would be one of those clients that Kyle puts on a do not ever take a call from them again. They love everything, and then when they want stuff knocked off their bill, they find little issues, or they intentionally damage things and then say it was the contractor, even though the contractor takes pictures of everything as every step of the way. You know, one of those people, she would be one of those. I can't even imagine being, nope, no way.
Out at his job, or did work out at his job. I'm a little confused about it. If you guys have you guys ever met Precious? Oh, wrong way. There's Precious. I don't get to see her butt. Hold on, I'm twisting this all up. Sorry. There they are. There's the cat. There's Precious. That's the cat that Olivia used to call JLR because JLR seen this cat outside and it's like, "Do you have anything to eat?" I'm like, "No, I don't have anything for cats to eat. I don't own cats." So he's like, "You don't have any tuna fish?" So we're sitting here working. I think we were working on Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner's case. And so he pops a can of freaking tuna and takes it out there, and this cat eats. Well, after that, the cat never left the house. The cat keeps coming back every single. I quit feeding the cat. The cat belongs to the neighbor lady across the street. But every time I open this door, this cat is standing outside wanting to be loved. And so, you know, and I feel bad, you know, they're very healthy animals because their mommy and daddy feed them very well. They don't need food from Bullhorn Betty. She just wants to come over and hang out with me. I'm cool with that. Right? The reason why I had to quit feeding them is because it was just her. And then Boris comes, which is another orange cat, which so happens to be the same lady's cat that she lost like 4 years ago. And then all of a sudden she thought the cat died. And then all of a sudden the cat comes back like 4 years later. She has no idea where the cat was for 4 years. So now I have the two orange cats that come over here.
Oh, I can't handle irresponsible pet owners. Oh, hey, Jason. Okay. Deep breaths.
Here. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, two cats up, you know, whatever. You're going to have to share your food. You know, I'm looking at Precious. I'm like, well, you got to share now. And then next thing you know, you got a gray cat. And then the mean old looking...
Bitch, you know how many cats my freaking 22-year-old feeds and doesn't bitch about it? She works a job just to feed fucking outdoor cats that don't belong to any of us because she's got a broken heart. You don't even want to know how, and she don't buy them cheap shit. She buys them bougie shit because oh my God. Shut it, Betty. Shut it.
Tomcat started coming over here. And I'm like, okay, that guy scares me a little bit, you know? And so I'm like, okay, now you're bringing a little too many friends over here. So we're going to have to put a plug in this. So I stopped feeding them just to get the other cats away.
Thank God for all of you in the chat that feed animals. And oh my, this woman just,
cats stopped coming over. But of course, Precious and Boris, they still come around and they love hanging out. And it was so funny. Precious was out. I was trying to potty train Delilah, and Delilah was all distracted. And this orange cat, I'm sitting there calling Delilah, and she takes her paw and puts it on Delilah's face and pushes Delilah's face toward me. Smart cat. So let's get back to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. What are we learning about from Silvers on the Scene? Now, I know I heard that before.
Nothing. That there's an echo in a drainage pipe, that he can sniff the air, that bloop, he just drives around thinking of places to drop off bodies, that he says boom, that he had to buy a shovel because being a grown man, he didn't own a shovel with his new boots on, and that he shouldn't bend over in a bad camera angle. That's what we've learned from Silvers. You need a better synopsis because that's what we've learned from Silvers.
Before I had to go and start looking at Daniela's case, the last place that we left in that we knew, that I personally knew about with Silvers on the Scene, is that the stepfather didn't get there until 6:30 to 6:45 the morning of the 26th. He corroborated that he didn't start work until 7, and that he was actually removed, which is what we had heard through some text messages or messages on Facebook in a Facebook group, or a few Facebook groups from, I believe that the guy's name was Thomas. And Thomas was sounds like a boss, a manager, a superintendent, a foreman, somebody above this.
They have no idea who this guy is. No idea. In other words, no clue who this guy is.
Stepfather, and said he had to remove the stepfather because of his poor behavior. And they had.
If he is saying all that stuff, Thomas probably got himself in a sling.
No clue, and corroborated that nobody even knew that his stepson was missing. He kept all of that quiet, didn't tell a soul at work that his child, you remember, he keeps calling him his son, his child.
Again, Silvers is just throwing shit out there that he heard and has no verification of. If you go back to the PIs on Web Sleuths, which would be Chloe, is who I'm talking about, when she was working in the capacity of being sus PI, she stated that they had vetted sources of Chris's alibi and nothing further, that was being kept hush hush. But law enforcement has stated that they've vetted their stories. So therefore, this continuation to try and poke holes. Silvers has also used a blurb in the exhibits of Hongs making weird statements as facts and evidence. Okay. I mean, we've got nothing here. There's nothing new, nothing. Law enforcement is working on this. That's it. That's all.
Was literally missing. And then we learned when we listened to Jessica Danielle's collection of the radio conversations back and forth that morning, we learned that the call came in at 6:30.
We also just talk about a crane operator. So a crane operator is up in a crane, a tower crane, like, you know, up in the crane where they're not on the ground communicating and conversing with all their coworkers. So the fact that all of these statements are being made when, if he was in a crane, he wouldn't be having communication. And why would he just jump down and go tell all of his coworkers, like, my son's missing? Like, I'm sure in the beginning they thought that he would be found within the first couple of hours. Like, think common sense, logical people here. He probably thought, oh, they're going to find him within any time. I mean, all of this stuff is just pushing narratives.
Well, if you go back to Nancy Grace, I believe it was March 18th, the description from these two people is that mom called him. He had a earpiece in. He was up in his crane when mom called him at 6 a.m., 6:03 a.m. to be exact. New information was that CP and KP were together the night Sebastian disappeared, and that Sebastian had bitten CP in a struggle, and Chris was not at work. He was at home.
No, that's not correct information. That was information based off of weird Facebook posts that people are running with. Again, the scratches, whatever they are on his arms, were apparent on day number 8 when they came out publicly and spoke of them. If they existed when he showed up to the home with his flashers on, law enforcement would have, I'm sure, swabbed them for DNA and taken pictures of them. Come on, people. Come on.
Okay. So that would be insane if those were really bite marks. Everybody kept saying those were bite marks, and I'm like, I don't know.
Again, complete bullshit information with no evidence, no nothing, just more gibberish posted on Facebook.
Oh, I don't know. And you know what I know from construction workers is that they typically wear long sleeves. So would he have been wearing long sleeves when he came home?
What are you talking about? What you know from construction workers, they typically wear long sleeves, depending on the trade that they're in and the weather. Beddy.
Home. We definitely saw some not so good marks up and down both sides, both arms by the green shirt interview. And that was on 3-4, right? The first mainstream media interview with WSMV. Oh, by the way, WSMV.
He wore a short, oh my God, a short sleeve shirt. He wore that on news.
I have lost all respect for that. Well, you guys know how I feel about news organizations anyways, and the corruption and how they really work for the politicians and you know.
Oh, of course the media is corrupt now.
Those people, you know, we work for the world and getting the real truth out to the world.
Oh, she works for the world. She's healing the world, making it a better place for you and for me and the entire human race. That's Beddy.
While they work for politicians and law enforcement. We don't.
Meanwhile, you are or were a front row hoe. You claimed that you were a political activist. Beddy?
Do that. We're not going to
know it the lane and stay at the fucking it. Well, you sucked at those things too. Maybe the front row hoe. You might have been good at that. I don't know. I don't ever want to interview any of your potential people that have spent time on their knees behind Chili's with you, though. I don't. I'll skip that. Thank you.
Appease any government body to tell our audience the truth in the news. And here we go without having any fact finding at all. It sounds like they work for and trying to. I don't like them. I don't like them. The only place that I've liked so far is
I don't like them. Not today. I don't like them. They don't take my narrative and run with it. I don't like them.
Is 17, Fox 17 out there. That's what Caitlin. She's really good. She's really trying to find the truth. You know, I had such high hopes for Nick Barris because he came out. It sounded like he was connecting the dots right along with us. Then he comes out with that breaking news of the video, and it seems like somebody got to him after that video broke.
No, ma'am. You had a problem with him when he called you to the carpet on your bullshit and the social media bullshit that was going on. That's when you started having a problem with him. Come on, Betty. Let's be honest here for a moment.
It seems like he changed. He did a complete about-face change, even though there was more evidence supporting the way he was feeling about the case. So it sounds like people are being threatened to be sued. I welcome lawsuits. Come down to Florida and sue Bullhorn Betty. I welcome lawsuits. I really could care less.
You claimed that you have pro bono attorneys in Florida. I've got the clip of that.
I know Florida law like the back of my hand. I don't have problems here representing myself whatsoever. Never mind the fact that I know umpteen million attorneys here that the one I used to work for or work with or help. You know, so I welcome anybody bringing lawsuits. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. But it sounds like people keep getting threatened with lawsuits by these yahoos. My thing is let them sue you. I mean, to be honest with you,
who's threatening? Who's threatening lawsuits besides Betty? Who's screaming, I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue you. Who's doing that besides Betty?
They've got to be losing a shit ton of money right now trying to fight all these people to try to cover their butts, right? They've got a lot of problems here. Lots and lots of problems. Their stories doesn't make sense. A child's missing. You got the stepfathers bragging about how they're never going to find Sebastian. It's
where is the proof of this? Where is the proof of him bragging about they're not going to find Sebastian? Where? Timestamp, date, video, Betty. I also asked you and your team, Tony, where did law enforcement ever say that there's no evidence of Sebastian walking out the home? Guess what? The silence was deafening because you don't have a clip of that. You don't have law enforcement saying that.
It is really painting a very, very uneasy picture. And then we've got the police chief, his detective, and a lone judge in Sumner County saying, you're not allowed to have your opinion in America. We can't let you talk about it. We can't let you say, oh, it has to be in vendetta. It has to be in vendetta because you use your brain cells and you connected the dots and you followed the leads and it leads right back to that house and right back to those people, but you're not allowed to say it because if you do, we're Sumner County and we will arrest you.
Ooh, look at that face. Ooh, Betty. They didn't say any of that. He told you that they basically didn't exist to you anymore. That you couldn't stalk and harass them anymore. That's it. That's what he told you. That it became a personal vendetta for you. I mean, they saw the video of you jumping out in the middle of traffic. They saw the video of you admitting that you were driving by their homes, that you went on their property. They also had police reports, from my understanding, of other neighbors that called you in. Huh. We heard clips of what the judge said, and none of what you just said did the judge actually say in those ways.
You.
Ooh, let's play that again. Look at that intimidation. Oof, Betty. There we go. Here's the real Betty.
In Sumner County saying, you're not allowed to have your opinion in America. We can't let you talk about it. We can't let you say, oh, it has to be in vendetta. It has to be in vendetta because you use your brain cells and you connected the dots and you followed the leads and it leads right back to that house.
Oh, I got a better plan. Let's watch it in slow motion. Slow motion.
Send it right back to those people, but you're not allowed to say it because if you do, we're Sumner County and we will arrest you. Okay, well, you arrested Bullhorn Betty.
No, they arrested Andrew Griffin. That's who they arrested. Carry on.
And I'm still talking about the fucking case. So you just wasted a shit ton of taxpayers' money for a whole bunch of nothing. I just want everybody out there.
Ooh, this level of audacity I love for her.
The taxpayer in Sumner County to know how wasteful they are of your tax funds. They can't go and look for a 15-year-old boy, but they can surely pull poor Beddy from the state of Florida and make her come back there umpteen million times so they can try to shut me up.
Meanwhile, all the resources were deployed to look for Sebastian Rogers numerous times, not just once, not within the first couple days. They have used every available tool that they could to search for Sebastian Rogers. I'm sure Sumner County EMA director would be so happy to hear you diminishing his search efforts and his
from the truth. But they can't go and arrest parents that have a history of abusing this boy before his disappearance. Jeez.
And yet there's no proof of that in court documents or anything of the nature. In fact, another state of New Mexico granted him visitation with his other minor child over summer. Okay. All right.
And a whole slew of lies. Must be a vendetta. Must be this vendetta. Couldn't be because we're following the truth. It's got to be a vendetta, right? It's got to be a vendetta. We have this horrible vendetta, and the vendetta is we seek the truth. So yeah.
Oh, this is not going to work. I love this. I just hope she keeps talking.
I'm seeking the truth, and if that's what this judge equates to a vendetta, is trying to find the truth and following the leads, then I guess I'm very vindictive. Who knew? Who knew?
You could get a V for vendetta tattooed on you, Beddy. That would look great.
Who knew? Who knew? It shows you that what you need in a place like this to disappear a kid is just money and developers in your family. And
implicating a whole lot of other people. Beddy. You wonder why people in Sumner County don't like you. Meanwhile, we don't know if anybody was involved in his disappearance at all.
And in the Secret Service or whatever it is, the Department of Defense or whatever, wherever they have all these stupid people at in their family.
Now we've got family in Secret Service and the Department of Defense. What? Say what? Katie and Chris served our country. Chris served for 16 years. Beddy. Oh, Beddy.
That's all you need. Just money. Like they're 4 votes. Like you're going to be losing a hell of a lot more 4 votes by supporting them because their child's missing. We have flashlights coming from behind their home, one flashlight going back to their home, and the next morning a child completely gone. But hey, he left his shoes behind, but he's autistic. And this is what's.
I'm not going to commentate a whole lot about her ignorance over autism. I encourage you to go watch Chasing's live from last night. Because if I say anything, I'm just going to straight up cuss this ignorant fucking clown out. And it's not going to be pretty because she don't know one thing about autism. It's a spectrum. And her diminishing Sebastian once again is disgusting.
What's so funny is these people are so stupid. Law enforcement, at least top brass, are so stupid that they think an autistic boy has spontaneous spontaneity in him, right? That all the
said I wasn't going to commentate, but I'm going to. So if you have autism, you can't be spontaneous. You fucking you are such a dumb bitch. Straight up dumb bitch.
All of a sudden he's just gonna wake up one day and just change the fact that he doesn't have autism anymore. His brain just changed overnight. He went to sleep and by midnight he awoke a few hours later and he was just a changed boy. His whole chemical makeup was all different. God must have put his hand on him and healed his autism. And
God needs to heal you because if I ever could people that lack any understanding of this, like she does, and so arrogantly says it all out loud of what a fucking buffoon she is.
And then all of a sudden he was able
make me feel some sort of way.
To think clearly and realize that, he needs to leave, but he doesn't want to take shoes or clothes or food or his Switch. And none of that even matters to him anymore. A few hours before, it was all he could think about. But whatever happened, he went to bed, and it's a miracle. It's a miracle because his
Kenna, I'm trying real hard not to. I don't have the words right now. But I tell you what. The diminishing of anybody with autism, acting like it's this horrid thing that they're incapable of doing anything, is absolutely disgusting. And the people in her chat that are sitting there going along with this and then turn around and say, well, I have a kid on the spectrum, or I have this, and you're sitting there listening to this and not saying anything back. I feel for your loved ones.
Autism disappeared so much so that he was able to walk out of the house and not be bothered by the grass anymore, not be bothered by the bugs, not be bothered by the dirt anymore. It's just amazing. It's just amazing that all of a sudden, boom, he's a new 15-year-old boy. Sounds pretty stupid, doesn't it? Sounds pretty stupid. Oh, but we're not supposed to think. Remember, it's freaking communist Sumner County. So we're not allowed to have a free thought in our brain. We're not allowed to connect the dots. And good God, it lets you drive on the roads. Those public roads, they're not really public. They have curfews on them. They have restrictions on them. Never heard such a thing. But, you're going into communist Sumner County. So you're not allowed to be free in that county. Well, unless you lose kids and tell everybody they're never going to find them and start lying about everything, then you're okay. They love those types of residents. They love those types of visitors. They love those types of visitors. The corrupt ones, the ones that don't mind doing illegal shit. So that's kind of where we are with this case. And wow. I did say that it is possible now that with this information.
Unfortunately, Revival at this point in time, it seems like he accepts it with a smile on his face. Because if you go back to, was it Mr. Ease? And when he was thanking everybody for helping Beddy, because thanking or helping Beddy financially is helping Seth, which is in turn helping Sebastian. Yeah, unfortunately, I think he does it with a smile on his face. I'm twitching over here. I'm chasing review this and I was okay, but hearing it again, just like this, it just gives me a twitch.
And this corroborated information from Silver's on the scene, Terry Lynn's poker game. I did not believe it because I had gotten mixed information, even down to the Texas Roadhouse, because I did hear the stepfather was with him. But then I also heard from the neighbor that
you also bragged about debunking Terry Lynn's poker game because you said there was no factual basis of that. You couldn't find any. Remember that? Oh, it doesn't fit your narrative anymore though, right?
Was 2 weeks prior because it was his friend, this neighbor's friend that served them. So I was really hazy on that. And there was a lot of people saying, no, it was that day. And I'm like, look, I got a neighbor that's telling me that no, it's not the next day, or the next weekend. It was that weekend. It wasn't 2 weekends prior to, it was that weekend. And so I'm like, well, I understand that's what you're saying, but I've got, stand for the truth, keep up the great work. Thank you. Feel the love. Nano. Thank you. God bless you. And so I did understand that there was this rumor going about, but we did the best that we could to fact check it. And I even asked Terry Lynn, months ago. I think when I first started talking to her was around middle of April. And I told her, is there any way you can go over there and corroborate that? And I can't remember if she said she couldn't, but I do remember the only thing she could corroborate for me was the fact that the stuff that Chris said, the stuff the stepfather said. The stepfather.
Yeah, and how would she be able to confirm that? Oh, wait, because the recorded phone call that she recorded with him?
One of the neighbors stated that they overheard this altercation. And it was kind of, I kept it away from the public because it went to the integrity of the investigation, in my opinion. So I never talked about it, but
you didn't keep it away from the public. That rumor went around that neighbors supposedly heard this stuff, and there's been zero proof or evidence of the sort. There was actually a fake neighbor that came out on Brooks. No. Shut up, Beddy. Just shut up.
Sounds like Tony has already released it to people, so I feel comfortable about.
Oh yeah, Tony was in Spanky's chat. Spanky's chat talking about it, and then he went into Brittany J's talking about it. Supposedly, 7 months later, this neighbor, another neighbor, now comes out and says all this crap. Bullshit. Kind of like Tony's conversation about how Sebastian was in contact with Katie's mom when that was complete bullshit. Tony, who's had on Brittany's and says he doesn't have anything to do with the investigation. He doesn't even know what's going on. But then, yeah, okay. Sure, Jan.
Out talking about it now, but we learned back in April.
The same neighbors that keep saying that these flashlights and pushing all these narratives, but not one of them can come out and show video footage of when the trash trucks came through to debunk the police department. Not one of them, but they all have cameras. They all saw all this stuff. They all saw it on the ring footage, but not one of them can come out and disprove that it was a trash truck going through on their ring cameras and show when the actual trash trucks went through. Yeah, wonderful neighbors.
That the stepfather was screaming.
The same neighbors like bullshit Bobby. Sorry, I'm on a tangent. The same fucking neighbors like bullshit Bobby who claimed that her minor child went around with the dog handler, searched with the dog handler. Then, bullshit Bobby who didn't even know that the house had sold and that a child lived in there, and then changed up her story and all these things. The same bullshit Bobby that was driving around the neighborhood when Chris approached them. And that became such a frightful thing too. And then all of a sudden that police report, according to Nick, just disappeared, but he claimed it was reported to another county as is. I mean, okay. All right. Which story are we going with?
He wishes Sebastian was no longer breathing. Not those words exactly. He said he wishes that he was DEAD. And that was, you got that coupled with the DCF reports that we can't talk about, we can't see, we can't know. I mean, we know that they exist, but we don't know what's in them. Coupled with this child just miraculously disappearing. I'm sorry. I don't need somebody telling me how to think. I can think very clearly. I do this every single day. I go through probably more cases than that Yahoo judge that wants to sit and judge me. It doesn't take rocket science to figure this out, but it does take evidence. But it doesn't mean we're wrong. We need to find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And I don't believe he's here. And the multiple times his stepfather has said,
"We bitch just said she does more cases than the judge." You do what with more cases? Speculate, sensationalize, fabricate stories? Yeah, the judge isn't going to do that because the judge goes by laws. So you probably do more bullshit than the judge does because the judge goes by laws. You go by your feelers.
We will never find him. It makes me believe very, very inhumane things that may have happened to you that way. But hey, we're not allowed to think. Communist Sumner County, we're not allowed to have an opinion, a theory, or move freely in their county if they get federal.
And once again, the FBI came out and offered an up to $50,000 reward for any information leading to finding Sebastian or any information on that. And she once again is trying to get her audience convinced that something nefarious happened. Don't keep your eyes open. Don't keep looking for Sebastian. He could be anywhere. You got to think the worst, right? Stop looking, basically, because we ultimately know that somebody did something horrifying. Fucking piece of shit.
Funds from. Don't worry, Sumner County. I want to make sure those federal funds get a plug in them. Trust me. I'll be working around the clock to make sure the federal funds, since you guys don't want to follow federal law, maybe it's time to start pulling some of the federal funds.
Working around the clock, huh? Working around the clock. Working like you're picking up that glass out of your yard? Oh, I'm sure.
The only thing that these counties understand is when they get lack of funds. When it starts hurting them in the pocketbook, then they're like, oh, whoa, we probably shouldn't have done that.
The title of this video is Sebastian Rogers, Hendersonville, Tennessee. Nothing to do with Sebastian. It's all about poor Beddy. Poor Beddy is being restrained. Poor Beddy overstepped and is being put right where she should be in timeout. And poor Beddy is throwing a fucking hissy fit.
Probably shouldn't have done that. I know Marsha is spinning over the crap that's going on. I know that for a fact.
Carrie, in the words of Jennifer Coffendoffer, the famous missing children, or Betty's words of high profile missing children, she only gets involved in cases that are high profile, or she makes them high profile. Yeah, those words came out of both their mouths. Yep, agree with you though.
This man needs to be stopped till he moves into. And oh, this is another thing I heard. Somebody sent me an email. Now, I don't know if this is true. I can't look into it, nor am I going to, because I don't want it to be perceived as me.
I don't know if this is true. Once again, more emails with more bullshit. We don't know if it's true, but we're going to come out here and spread it like it's true. I mean, nothing wrong with that, right, people? Jeez.
Going anywhere near them, talking to them or anything. I don't even want the hint of appearance of that. So I'm not looking into this, and I'm not going to ask anybody else to look into this. But I did get an email that I did have to delete that basically says they're moving. And they were asking me about it. I'm like, look, we heard about this in March. Remember that? We heard about this in March, and everybody says that we are lying. I don't know if it's true or not true, but I would not be the best source to find out one way or the other. So just to throw that out there to everybody in the chat, I am not the source for that.
And once again, here we go with the rumor mill. Once again, they tried that months ago. Chasing, is there a button? Can we have an eject button? We are regurgitating the same rumors that, oh my God. These same fucking rumors. The neighbors, the house is for sale, they're moving, every single thing. And who could blame them if they wanted to move out of that neighborhood with the fucking neighbors they have that are having roundtable meetings with Bobby Binoculars? I mean, really, and Terry Lynn, who would want to live in that neighborhood? YouTube, I've got a complaint. I need an eject button for myself at this point. Just eject me out of this fucking universe with this dodo bird.
That information, I can tell you that. I don't know. My suggestion would be, maybe speak to another content creator that's more local. I don't know. But I know I've got several emails about that. I can't answer it. I'm not going to look into it until all of this shit is done.
She can't even look at the camera when she's lying. She can't even look at the camera when she's lying. So in other words, whoever sent her the email, run to Brittany or Spanky. They'll take on, and they'll go look up all of the stuff on their house.
But once this shit is done, I'm telling you, they can drag this out as long as they want to. They can have me I'll move over to the freaking county and become a taxpayer if that's what they want. Doesn't matter to me. I'll do whatever it takes to get some answers in this case.
Oh, is there somebody in the chat asking questions? Hold on, let me go see what Nicole said. Nicole, if you're new to my chat, not allowed an opinion here either, I see. Why can't we think Katie has acted weird? You can think Katie's acted weird. Do you know her baseline? Did you know her before Sebastian went missing to know that she's acted weird? Do you know her personally to know that her behavior is weird? Do you talk to her, converse with her and daily? Or are you thinking her behavior is weird because you've seen some videos of her on news media or on creators that you might think that she's breathing incorrectly or not rocking enough or not crying enough, or her accent isn't thick enough at certain points, or it's too thick at certain points? Is that where you're basing your opinion off of her weird behavior from? My opinion is that K and C did something. Your opinion isn't fact. So again, you can have your opinion, but you have no evidence to back that up. According to law enforcement, which is what we go off of, facts, not feelings or opinions. The parents' stories have been vetted. They've been cooperative. Everything's on the table, including foul play. But factually speaking, there's no evidence. Sebastian's not found. We don't know what happened to Sebastian. You've done your own research. If you've done your own research, the last sentence here, her entire comment is this: not allowed an opinion here either, I see. Why can't we think that Katie has acted weird as fuck? I mean, you can think whatever you want to. My opinion is that K and C did something. Okay. Not because of anyone else, but because I've done my own research. If you've done your own research and follow the facts of the case, then you're going to go right back to law enforcement, no matter what your opinion is on their behavior, that the parents have been cooperative. They're not named as suspect. Their stories have been vetted. And So your opinion still is just like the rest of ours. We have no idea what happened to Sebastian or who did something to Sebastian, if somebody did something to Sebastian. Did your research also include listening to Tony say that law enforcement stated that there's no evidence of Sebastian walking out of the home? Did your research find the part where law enforcement said that? Because everybody else has always looked, and law enforcement didn't ever say that there was evidence that there was no evidence that he walked out of the home. Any other questions? Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat really quick. I got a place for you to go, Nicole, though, that you might really like. His name is John CQ, John QQ. He'll say, Nicole is in the building. Cash is in the building. And then he'll go on to tell you about all this wild speculation and his opinions on people rocking and breathing and crying not enough and all of that stuff. You might fit in really well over there with your opinions and your research. You're welcome to be here, but we base things off of fact, not feelings. And your research would lead you back to the fact that Sebastian is still missing, and ultimately law enforcement is doing everything they possibly can. And no matter what your gut feeling is, it's just a gut feeling because things work on evidence, proof, that kind of stuff. Sapphire, I sat through it the other night again, and I said to Kyle, I turned to Kyle and I said, Kyle is in the building. And he goes, not that fucker again. I said, yep, sure is.
I will. I'll rent this house out, and I can guarantee you this is a Florida home. It may not be a whole bunch, but our prices here are a lot. And I own this puppy free and clear. So if I rent it out for $2,000 a month, guess what? I bet you I can get a nice place over there in Sumner County for rent a lot cheaper.
Nicole, if you're still here, one other thing I would like to include in my little rant there. Again, you're allowed your opinions. It doesn't mean anything, though, at the end of the day, just like my opinions. Okay? That here nor there. Why do you have to like these people? They are complete strangers going through the worst moments. Can you imagine if let's just hypothetically speak here for a moment, Nicole. If you had a child go missing, your baseline, let's say that as a baseline, you have some quirks. You tend to be anxious. You might not have the best emotional regulation. That happens to humans. Then let's say you're thrust into media because you want to get the word out. And then people pick apart every single movement you make, every breath you take, every rock you do for self-soothing, every single thing when you're asking for people to keep their eyes open for your missing child. Do you think you would act weird as fuck? Do you think to the public you might act weird as fuck under those circumstances? Or let me break this down even further. Let's say that you called 911 because you had a heart attack and you were laying on the floor. And the EMTs got there, and instead of, offering and rendering aid, they came in and kicked you in the stomach repeatedly. Kind of like social media did to them, asking for awareness and help to find their missing child. Do you think you might have a different reaction, a visceral reaction to social media and act a little weird? Amy, I'm sure. I can't even imagine. I think most of us would tend to have some sort of reaction to public scrutiny at our worst moments. I, for one, would probably be in jail already or a padded room. That's why we deal with more than feelings over here. We deal with facts.
Don't worry, Eric Craddock. I'll be voting for you in the next election. Watch me work. Not voting for you. I'll be casting my vote in Sumner County on the next election.
Oh, she's moving to Sumner County. Moving to Sumner County. She's going to become a resident there.
That is
her one vote's going to change everything.
Going to be a plan. I am going to. They want me so bad in their community that they have to keep dragging me back from Florida to Tennessee. Well, fine. I might as well give them what they want.
You might not even get an option in that. You might get a 3 hots and a cot and an extended stay. At this rate,
I'll find myself a rental. I'll change my address. Watch me work. Tell me I can't move freely. I'm about to be a taxpayer. I'm about to be in your county commission meetings. I'm about to be in your city hall meetings. You guys don't even have a clue.
they're going to laugh at you. They're all going to laugh at you. That's all I can say. You don't even know what's about to happen. I'm going to come up on that microphone and tell you county commissioners all about yourselves. And you're going to go home going, oh my God, that lady rocked our world and you're never going to forget about me. Beddy, this is so fucking cringe.
Don't even have a clue. You guys see me? You guys see my beautiful face on the end of the phone? Don't
It ain't beautiful, honey. It ain't beautiful.
worry. You'll see it in person there, Sumner County. I know how to get up. I know how to speak.
Your ugliness isn't on the outside. It's on the inside and it's just seeping through every fucking pore. You dumb whore.
I'm a great public speaker. Can't wait to start bringing my production crew in there to really hold
My production crew. Oh, Beddy. I can't wait to start bringing my production crew in there. This stream should just be called The Entitlement.
in on the story there. Can't wait to be standing out in front of that courthouse.
I got no shame for sex work. Hey, do your thing. Do your thing. Whatever your hustle is. I just don't like this dumb hoe. I guess I'm shading sex workers by even calling her. I just don't like this dumb bitch. Okay, let's go there.
We'll do something. I'm telling you, this is going to be the biggest stain on Sumner County that they have ever. They're gonna wish that they never tried to violate my rights by the time this is all said and done. I will tell you that. They can fight me tooth and nail. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I believe in the law, and I know they're violating it.
The beginning of this, she said that the judge rewrote the law. He rewrote the law. She believes in the law. But oh, Beddy, you can't even keep up.
And if they did that to me, then how do we feel? How comfortable do we feel that they're going to do a good job for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? I have lost all faith. I have lost all faith in them doing a good job for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I can tell you that his father lost all faith in them long before I did. I still held out hope until I saw what they were willing to do for these pieces of shit.
Actually, he had faith in them in the beginning. He did. He did. He publicly acknowledged that. And then he surrounded himself with a bunch of people who here we are now. Chasing. Tell us all about what you did to them in Georgia. We will wait.
And then when I realized it's all about the money and the vote, that's when I said, we got a swamp here. We got a swamp that needs to be cleaned.
Drain the swamp. Are you going to quote Hannibal Lecter in this one too? I'm waiting for it. Do you have concepts of the plan, Beddy?
Nobody, and I mean nobody, should have to go through what I went through in that county. I broke no laws. Not one flippin' law. Yet we have somebody.
Meanwhile, you were punished based on the law that he didn't write, that's on the books. You know, Tennessee codes. Okay.
4 people lying under oath, filing false police reports, literally breaking the law. And they're allowing my abusers to continue to abuse me through a.
Whoa. Whoa. Hold on, Nelly.
Filing false police reports, literally breaking the law. And they're allowing my abusers to continue.
My abusers. My abusers. She just said that.
Continue to abuse me through a court and legal process.
Hold on, I got to pick my jaw off the floor. She just said that these are her abusers. Where's the proof of that? And why haven't you filed anything if they're abusing you?
I want them to understand that. And you know what? I pray to God. I don't like saying this.
Oh God, this is going to be awful. I think this is the part I know.
Because I don't want this to be true. But the only way they learn the error of their ways is when it happens to somebody that they love.
More veiled threats to the judge upcoming.
And I pray to God it wakes them up in that county. The judge's grandchildren, I pray to God his grandchild has to go through something I'm going through. Because
how do you know that the judge has grandchildren, first of all? How do you know that the judge has grandchildren? Autumn. Again. Let's listen to it all again. But that makes me feel some sort of way that she is even looking into the judge and his family.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, should have to go through what I went through in that county. I broke no laws. Not one flippin' law. Yet we have four people lying under oath, filing false police reports, literally breaking the law. And they're allowing my abusers to continue to abuse me through a court and legal process. I want them to understand that. And you know what? I pray to God. I don't like saying this because I don't want this to be true. But the only way they learn the error of their ways is when it happens to somebody that they love. And I pray to God it wakes them up in that county. The judge's grandchildren, I pray to God his grandchild has to go through something I'm going through. Because my family has to watch me go through it. And he didn't give a shit about me. But see, they got power and privilege over there because he's a judge. Kind of like this Joshua Brown and Daniela.
That was probably the dumbest thing I've heard you publicly ever state right there. Wishing harm on a judge's grandchildren. Because you're being held accountable for your actions of stalking and harassing this family going through their worst time. So instead of doing what the judge suggested, ruled, and these people don't exist to you anymore, you're stomping your feet, throwing a fit, and making veiled threats at the judge's grandkids. So did you consult with your judge buddy that you said you used to work for, that you're such good friends with in Florida? And did he tell you that this is great things to do? Is this why you're having a hard time keeping representation and you have to fire attorneys, according to you? Your words, not mine. Because you keep making veiled threats at the judge. And now the judge's grandchildren have been 2 times, 2 different streams.
Neola's case, right? Got a judge for an aunt, father, or other family members associated with the police.
I don't know the depths of that case to know if there's any association with judges or anything like that. Before, it was with law enforcement, that they had some connection with law enforcement, that Beddy was saying. She was talking about the sheriff's department when the investigating agency is state police. Now she's changed it to, hey, oh, Ginger, or oh, snap, Ginger. Hey, Rockabit. I'm Sapphire, so how are you in here too? I always miss you. Me and you are always on opposite schedules. But now she's changed it. So it went from, she just changes the story constantly. Revival, good question. You know, I really thought that they were upstanding people when they came on, just really misguided. No proof of that at all. Thank you, Chasing. But the fact that they condone this stuff and support this stuff. Now think about all the people. She is making veiled threats at a judge's grandchildren. We've heard these creators bitch and moan about when their kids are mentioned over and over again, and how dare these things happen to my families. But these same creators just dropped and supported financially this woman last week. This is what you support, Brittany, Spanky, Mr. and Mrs. E. Making veiled threats to a judge's grandkids because she is being held accountable for her behavior. Sit with that. That will be your legacy. That you supported Beddy while she did all of this. I hope that shoelace is right up and you love walking around in that bitch.
The local police department, and all of a sudden he went from being an intoxicated driver to, oh, there's nothing to see over here. Nothing to see over here. I'd love to see that. And still in playing more drama instead of searching, Beddy. So that's sad how you came in here. That's what you do everywhere, every time. Oh, really? You bring drama. Oh, so it's not the people following me stirring up the drama, constantly trying to say that I'm lying about every single thing. They're not the ones creating drama. So it's always me when I defend myself. I'm the drama creator. Well, why don't you tell them to quit putting me in a point where I have to constantly bring them into it or constantly have to defend myself when I'm telling the truth, while you jackasses sit at home and do nothing but stick a thumb up your ass, something in your nose, and something in your mouth.
I haven't stuck a thumb up my ass in quite some time, actually. I mean, not that I usually do, but I don't know what you're talking about here. Like, how do you know people are sitting around with the thumb up their ass? Are you stalking them people too? You got those people under surveillance? Like, that's pretty specific there. Who's sitting around with the thumb up their ass? I haven't done that recently. That's kind of weird that you have visions of people sticking thumbs up their asses. Things in their noses. I have a nose ring. That's about it. Beddy, are you having a meltdown right now? Are you having a meltdown? Are you okay? Is the Beddy upsetty? Revival, that does not shock me about the duty wrong stuff at all.
Right? Maybe how about this? How about this? Autism. Why don't you actually get off your ass and go out there and post a flyer? You know, instead of being over here in my chat, you don't even like me. So why would you be here? Do you not understand that normal people don't do that, lady? Like, you're fucking nuts.
Normal people don't imagine other people sticking thumbs up their asses. We're way past normal here, Beddy. I don't even know what you're trying to rein back in and like trying to shame. Like, what is normal anyways? But Beddy, you're talking about people putting things up their asses. I mean, no shade there. Again, like, do you, everybody? I don't care, but I want to listen to that all in one little rant. No interruptions.
Instead of searching, Beddy. So that's sad how you came in here. That's what you do everywhere, every time. Oh, really? You bring drama. Oh, so it's not the people following me stirring up the drama.
I'm assuming that the person that she must be scolding has autism something in their name too.
Trying to say that I'm lying about every single thing. They're not the ones creating drama. So it's always me when I defend myself. I'm the drama creator. Well, why don't you tell them to quit putting me in a point where I have to constantly bring them into it or constantly have to defend myself when I'm telling the truth, while you jackasses sit at home and do nothing but stick a thumb up your ass, something in your nose, and something in your mouth. Right? Maybe how about this? How about this? Autism. Why don't you actually get off your ass and go out there and post a flyer? You know, instead of being over here in my chat, you don't even like me. So why would you be here? Do you not understand that normal people don't do that, lady? Like, you're fucking nuts. You understand that? Hopefully I didn't misread that. Pretty soon. And still in playing more drama instead of searching, Beddy. That's so sad. That's how you came in here too. Oh, I should say, I didn't misread it. It happens. Sorry, autism. Caught me on a rough day.
Wait. All that because she read the comment wrong too? Holy hell. Okay, all right. I just need to hit this button.
Rough day without glasses. I got bifocals. I don't know if you guys can see those. Those are bifocals, but they don't work very well. I got to turn my head up to read. Forgive me.
Your sunglasses are now Beddy, can you be honest about a fucking thing?
I was trying to be nice. Oh, no.
You want me to back that up? Hold on. Let me go. I don't know how far you want me to go back. If I didn't catch it, let me know.
I should say, I didn't misread it. It happens.
The CC says I didn't, but I'm pretty sure. Let me slow it down. I'm pretty sure she says I did misread it. Here you go.
You know, instead of being over here in my chat, you don't even like me. So why would you be here? Do you not understand that normal people don't do that, lady? Like, you're fucking nuts. that. Hopefully I didn't misread that. Pretty soon. And still in playing more drama instead of searching. Betty, that's so sad. That's how you came in here too. Oh, I should say, I didn't misread it. It happens. Sorry, autism. Caught me on a rough day. Rough day without glasses. I got bifocals. I don't know if you guys can see those. Those are bifocals, but they don't work very well. I got to turn my head up to read. Forgive me.
Okay. Sure, Betty. All right.
I was trying to be nice. Oh, no, she wasn't trying to be nice. Okay, here, let me help you out there.
She still can't figure out.
There you go. You don't need to be in here. I'll talk. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but it says Bullhorn Betty channel. So I can talk about anything I damn well please. So I talk about me. I talk about
He doesn't even know if the ladies comment. Oh my God, Betty.
case. Talk about Delilah. I don't want you here. You
Talk about other people's orifices.
know, if you're going to be nasty and a Debbie Downer, we don't want you over here. We're having a good time having a conversation. Why do you feel like you get to control me or what comes out of my mouth? Are you from communist China? Why don't you quit trying to control people? How about that? Why don't we start there? Why don't we start with your side of the street being cleaned up and quit trying to control what people do and say? Do you not realize every day you wake up in America? Because if you don't like this place called America, I'm happy to raise money to ship you wherever the fuck you want to go.
Oh, whoa. Meanwhile, this lady, oh, Betty. America.
Happy. We'll even send a whole crew over there to pack your ass up. You want to go to Beijing?
I actually would. I would love to. I would love to go visit.
Where would you like to go? I'm happy to. Oh, you can't comment. I blocked you. Sorry. Everything has thoroughly been checked. If there was a predator, Ellie would have come out. Yeah, no, there's none. No, but I can tell you, I've got sources everywhere, which is what pisses me off about this county, because even in our own damn department, we got some sources, don't we?
Oh, she's got sources in their county. Sure you do. Yep. Sure you do.
Because they can't keep crap to themselves. They're worried about me leaking shit. And there's so many damn leaks coming out of Sumner County. It's like a faucet. And I can tell you right now that their department believes the same way we do. They just don't have the evidence or the proof yet.
That's exactly what they're hoping to do. They're hoping to push Sumner, in my opinion. This is my opinion. They're trying to build a circumstantial case without evidence. Betty and her team, not law enforcement. Let me be very clear on that. She is attempting there, in my opinion, to build some sort of circumstantial case without any evidence, without anything, and hoping that the county is just going to bite onto it and ultimately charge Chris and Katie of something. That's what. I bet they're oofta.
And that's exactly how I was told by the source I have in that very leaky department.
This is why she's got to say that they're corrupt, because if they're corrupt, they're not going to take her evidence, and they're not going to, even though Sumner County is following the law, the TBI, the Secret Service, all of the investigative agencies, the FBI that are involved. But she's got to build this up that they have all this huge circumstantial case and they're refusing to prosecute. This is multifaceted, why she's building this up, not just with her. I see you guys. I see the team.
Hopefully they do a full investigation, because they'll find out just how clever I am. In my opinion, I would never move to Tennessee. I think that's the worst freaking state in the whole entire United States. Because they're still backwoods. They still think they got this. They don't even realize.
Wait, what? They're backwoods? What does that have to do with anything with the law? Old boys clubs exist everywhere in every state across America. Tennessee is a beautiful state, in my opinion. I don't know about all of the rest of it, but what?
They're in 2024, and social media is going to expose a lot of corruption in these small counties. The more we move in, the more we see, the more we expose.
Yeah, Betty. You're the one doing the exposing.
They can try to shut us up, but we have much higher courts than that little county. And there's only going to be so much that they can do before big people start stepping in and doing thorough investigations of everybody in that department and in that county, whoever's associated with whoever. I can tell you that I am aware of a possible internal investigation already on the department that happened, I want to say, several months ago. So it's like they can do whatever the hell they want to. I really don't care.
Once again, no proof though.
You guys can see, do I want to go to jail? Of course not. Will I go to jail? You're absolutely right. Because my freedom of speech is more important to me than
she just admitted she's going to jail. She just admitted she's going to jail. She knows. That's why she's fucking rambling.
Of a possible internal investigation already on the department that happened, I want to say.
Bye, Miss W. Have a great day.
Several months ago. So it's like they can do whatever the hell they want to. I really don't care. You guys can see, do I want to go to jail? Of course not. Will I go to jail? You're absolutely right. Because my freedom of speech is more important to me than anything. Our rights here as American citizens are very important, and I will not allow a stupid judge, a stupid sheriff, or a corrupt freaking detective take that away from me. They may be able to throw me in jail, but trust me, when I'm done with it, my voice is going to be more powerful than they could ever imagine. I will guarantee that. More powerful than it is right now. And when the day comes, I will utilize my voice and raise it. It bothers me that there's things like this going on in this country, but there's nobody better to put a spotlight on it than me. And trust me, whenever I go to jail,
there's nobody better to put a spotlight on her but her. Oh, Betty, the delusions of grandeur.
Going to be big national news about me going to jail, and people will rise up.
It's going to be national news of her going to jail. Are you joking right now? I'm sure all of the news media outlets, NBC, ABC, Fox, everybody is going to just be Bullhorn Betty went to jail, breaking news. It's probably going to be like breaking news because you shit yourself and passed out and threw a fit, threw yourself on the floor, kicking and screaming. They can't arrest me. I have the freedom of speech. Like maybe something like that. But otherwise, nah, that's just a pretty typical day in America of somebody going to jail.
And people will do the right thing. And at the end of the day, careful. At the end of the day, that's all I care about. That really is all I care about. What are you doing? It's such a cute little. Look at this. Let me see if I can do this. Let me just take you out.
Purple Haze, thank you for the super sticker. I threw my gifted memberships out there, so I don't know who all got them. I can't see on this end, but thank you all for being here.
I might not be able to get you back in. If you guys can tell me, I'm gonna have to pull this down just a little bit. Look at this. Got the kitty and the doggy. And they're just chilling. They're just chilling. They're just enjoying a nice afternoon out. She's chewing on a twig. Is that good? Is that tasty?
She has to be exhausted. At the end of the day, she has to be epically exhausted from the emotional roller coaster. The high that she goes to, like the complete outburst, and then this like, oh, look at her chewing on a twig. Oh, like that exhausts me just watching her.
She seems to be enjoying it. She seems to be enjoying it. Yeah. But somebody wants to talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Good. Let's talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He was in a violent home.
He was in a violent home. Oh my God, Betty. You just can't stop yourself, can you?
I have two parents that are lying about every fucking thing. So I really want to say the F-bomb because it makes me feel good today. And we have a missing boy. Okay. I don't know if anybody knows, but 2 + 2 = 4. So usually when you have violence in the home perpetrated by mommy and daddy, and then
which there's no proof of at this point in time, unfortunately, no matter what your opinions are, all of that, there's neither one of them have been charged with any type of abuse.
You disappear. Typically you disappear because of mommy and daddy. Okay. But in this case, it's mommy and stepdaddy. And
Ooh, that tone right there.
That's where we're at right now. But good God, just let me say it, because I'm the only one that's willing to go to jail for this boy and go to jail for my First Amendment rights. That's one thing I can tell you.
Is that a dig at Seth? Was that a dig at Seth? That she's the only one willing to go to jail for this boy? Was she just slighting Seth over that? I'm going to back that up. Was that a passive aggressive dig at Seth?
Okay. I don't know if anybody knows, but 2 + 2 = 4. So usually when you have violence in the home perpetrated by mommy and daddy, and then you disappear, typically you disappear because of mommy and daddy. Okay.
Oh, God, Beddy.
But in this case, it's mommy and stepdaddy. And that's where we're at right now.
Beddy, let's talk about that bruise. Let's talk about that bruise that you say that Katie shoved that photo of Sebastian in Seth's face when he arrived after Sebastian went missing. Let's talk about Chris not being in the home since the beginning of February. Let's talk about the CPS report that Seth's PI, Heather, stated was a closed and unfounded CPS report with all these statements that you're making about violence and abuse. Let's talk about all those factors. Let's talk about the divorce records. Let's talk about Seth's own statements on your channel that he made about when CPS interacted with him. No charges of abuse. That's why you don't see us out here calling, well, me, Seth, an abuser. You have said these things out of your mouth, and then you seem to forget and spin new narratives.
But good God, just let me say it, because I'm the only one that's willing to go to jail for this boy and go to jail for my First Amendment rights. That's one thing I can tell you. I am willing to go to jail for this boy and my First Amendment rights. I don't break the law. I follow the law to a T. And I called 28 counties along with a team of people. And we acted like victims. We did the whole, I'm scared, terrified, and explained the situation.
They acted like they were scared and terrified. This is fucking wild. Absolutely wild. I cannot believe that people support this. This is why I'm astounded right now by the fact that Mr. and Mrs. Ease, Brittany, Spanky, Silvers, well, not really. I'm not shocked.
Utilized the same language that was utilized for me, and you know what I was told? I can't do that. It's not an immediate threat. You can't do it for this. They explained it. 28 counties in Tennessee have told me that it is not legally proper.
It's not legally proper to file for an ex parte
for this protective order, and they cannot do it, but somehow Sumner County can.
So ex parte orders don't exist anywhere else.
I just want to put that in perspective. If you don't believe me, please pick up the phone, start calling the counties, and start saying the same thing that are in those reports and see what they say when they ask questions like, where's this person located? How are they an immediate threat? Oh, because they're talking online. That's not an immediate threat. You could probably sue them civilly for harassment. Those are the suggestions that were provided by multiple different sheriff's departments. But somehow Sumner County, I bet you if you guys called down to Sumner County right now for a protective order, I bet you wouldn't even be able to get it because you don't have money and you don't have pool.
Didn't cost them anything to file for an order of protection. Victims. And then the court deemed her responsible for their attorney and court fees after the fact.
In that county. The only people that can do it this way are only 4. And it's because they got a corrupt detective, a corrupt sheriff, and a corrupt judge that doesn't follow the law. There's more corruption in this county than we know what to do with. So I'll be
Candy Wrapper, thank you, but no, I don't associate myself with that group of people. Thank you, though.
Wearing extra white underwear when I go into court on the 20th with some extra white socks. So when they're ready to take me in, I'll be prepared to go in with my toothbrush and all. I do not want to go. I'm telling you guys right now, this is not where I'd like to be. But, what do? You can either shut up and comply. Are you kidding me? I didn't even comply in my own county. As a matter of fact, I was up raising hell at the county commission meetings, making sure that nobody had to comply. And you know what? We were successful. I wish I could clone me, because I feel like if I could clone me, I'd be okay. But I think
Oh my God. We joke about cloning me all the time. That's a scary thought. But Beddy being cloned, that's an even scarier thought. That's a really scary thought. Please don't ever make that possible.
my group of people here are pretty stinking good. I think you guys rock. I think you guys, come here. Oh, somebody wants up. Oh, somebody wants up. I think she's ready to go in. I think she's tired. I think she's had enough fun today. She's my little baby. She's my little baby. Yeah, I think it's time for her. I think she's ready for a nap. Yeah, unless trash truck broke
That dog is really cute.
down, KP Wall and Superman kidnapped Sebastian. Yeah.
What is funny about that? What is funny about that?
No crap. I don't understand how a person goes to jail for putting out missing flag, because it's a freaking corrupt, Justin. There was nothing. You know what I screamed? You know what the judges pissed off about? Because I screamed in the phone after being stalked by Terry.
What? The delusions in this one are probably one of the worst.
No crap. I don't understand how a person goes to jail for putting out missing flag, because it's a freaking corrupt, Justin. There was nothing. You know what I screamed? You know what the judges pissed off about? Because I screamed in the phone after being stalked by Terry.
You weren't stalked by Terry. And even if, let's play a hypothetical here, which everybody has just gone so crazy about that. The one, oh, well, he was there. He was keeping her. She went from Florida to Tennessee to their town to harass them. It doesn't matter. She was there with intent. She went to Tennessee with intent from Florida. She explained all of it in her videos leading up to that. So even if they were, which is not how it goes based on what we've seen, but even if they were trying to make sure that they knew for safety reasons with all the shit that she had been pulling, so what? You jumped out in the middle of traffic harassing an elderly man. You also talked to your subs about getting a GoFundMe for a pew pew. You also were sent a $50 Venmo from Tony for beating up the Bower socks. The B socks is what he actually put in his memo. You went there with purpose and intent.
I screamed to my audience, and somehow me screaming to my audience was some type of threat to them. They can give me a break. That is a stretch and a half. Again, I don't trust this county. It's got to be pulled out of this county. It's got to go to a higher court. So that's why.
Jennifer, I enjoy a panel occasionally. I really do. Personally, I like when some of my girls will come up, or, the people I'm close to or whatever will come up and bullshit, because we have a natural flow. There's other people I would love to have chasing sometime. I would love to have and pluck her brain about some stuff. It's just a lot for me. I get very squirrel brained, and it takes me 12 hours to do these type of things with the panel. So it's more of a me thing. I'm not against them. It's just my brain don't function very well with panels.
It's imperative that we raise this money so it can go higher. I have to be honest, I'm getting a little nervous with the fundraising, but I believe in this channel. I believe in everybody that's supporting me, and I believe we'll meet the goal. And
right back to the money. Note to self says, thank you for providing a safe space for me to be triggered anytime. Thank you for the support too. This is wild.
I think that will, I just feel like once we get it away from this county, we'll be sitting a lot prettier. That's just how I feel, because the rest of the state can't be corrupt. They got to follow the law. They don't get to make up their own damn law. Oh, you were properly served. Oh, but we only gave you 48 hours to get here. Even that part of it, freaking, this judge should have done a better job. He was completely bought and paid for, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I'm going to be standing before him again, and I really don't care. They can show this, they can show that. I hope my attorney objects, but They can poison the judge's mind. I really don't care. I don't
I hope my attorney objects. Which attorney? The one you fired?
care anymore. What I care about is my rights, and my rights are being trampled on by a small little speck of a county. I think they all know what they did was wrong. And I think they're going to have to keep moving forward and keep trying to violate, keep making the situation 10 times worse because they don't give a shit. They care about protecting these horrible parents that did something to their child, in my opinion, which
I'm actually stunned that they haven't given her more violations at this point in time. I am. If I'm being honest, I'm stunned that they haven't. Maybe it'll come, but I'm shocked that they haven't violated her some more.
I'm entitled to have. So let's talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Where is he? Right? It's been 8 months. Nobody has seen him. You guys know how I feel. This boy is not lost. 2 people, up to 4 people, know exactly where this boy is. Or maybe he's spread out across multiple areas.
Oh, I didn't watch this far in. Once again, this is dangerous. This is dangerous because Sebastian, we have no idea where Sebastian is. Sebastian could be anywhere. This encourages people to stop looking for Sebastian. This is dangerous. This is extremely dangerous rhetoric for a missing child. Let me remind you, this isn't even a true crime case at this point in time. The only true criminal activity based in this case is Beddy's at this moment. There is no evidence of foul play. Nothing is off the table. The FBI is offering up to a $50,000 reward for any information in this case. This is dangerous rhetoric to push to your audience who we don't know where he is and could be walking past him every day. And it's not based on any type of fact or evidence. It's based on hurt fifis and misinformation.
I'm not sure, but I know somebody disappeared for 17 to 24 hours, and a lot can be done in 17 to 24 hours. I can guarantee you that.
Didn't disappear for 17 to 24 hours. Law enforcement knew exactly where he was. If you learned anything from Leilani's case, you know that they keep everybody under. Come on, Betty, shut the fuck up.
I have military for my family. I've heard some of their training. I've heard everything.
Oh, now you have military in your family, and you've heard all about their training and how they have an appetite for unaliving people, like you said before. Okay.
From my uncle in the Navy to my cousin in the Army. So I don't really care if these.
So are you telling us your family members have an appetite for unaliving people? Is that what you're telling us? Because that's what you said before.
Idiots in Sumner County want to stick their head in the mud and say, "Oh, well, we got nothing to see over here." You can do that. That's not me. It's not me. We investigate this case. We followed the leads where they went, and they speak to high heaven. And you know what we found out throughout the whole entire process?
Meanwhile, she's not privy to any of the leads that law enforcement has actually gotten. To me, that's why they've attempted to how do I say this? Have tip lines so they could try and funnel tips and build their narrative off of said tips. That's why a lot of people have purposely been directing leads away from law enforcement, which is, again, extremely dangerous. We're talking about a missing child here.
Mommy and stepdaddy keep lying over and over and over and over and over again because they didn't think people would actually check. Well, people did, and people still are. Even while I'm sitting here in sunny Florida, people are out there in Tennessee right now fact-checking the crap out of some statements. And guess what? They're lies. More and more lies. You know how they're lying? Just like the hate channels. Their lips are moving. They got caught so much lying that they actually stopped coming online because every time they turned around, they were caught in another freaking lie.
No, that's not why they stopped coming. Betty, you are so delusional. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to get the karma you so deserve. I can't wait to watch you have the day you so deserve, the year you so deserve.
They are a disgrace to the military. I said the same thing. My family's I am Team Summer. It's nice to see you, my love.
They're a disgrace to our military. They haven't. What? Music City, thank you for the 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Welcome to the cabana. You guys make sure you thank Music City.
It's nice to see you. Wind is rough on that mic. I know. We're gonna have to go in the house, but it's been nice. It's fresh air. I think it's the way I'm turning it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, guys, the sky is freaking gorgeous. Look at that. The sky is freaking gorgeous. It's a gorgeous day. You know, it's not very often we get outside, but it is awfully windy. It is awfully windy. Come on, get down, get down. You hit my thingy. I didn't want to hurt you. And I don't know how to get this tripod up. The last time I tried to lift this tripod up, it cut me. It cut my finger. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do it, huh? Oh, there we go.
Was your finger cut like that vicious attack from those chihuahuas across the street?
Yeah, see, I went to try to do the tripod because it was a brand new tripod and it got me and my freaking finger started
Oh my
bleeding.
God, you got a boo-boo.
Started bleeding bad. I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot of blood. And I kept trying to suck on it, you know, like lick the blood off. And I'm like, because usually it does, you know, if it's just a little cut, it'll stop. It'll just bleed a little bit and it'll stop, but it wouldn't. Next thing you know, because it's right on the inside of it just kept getting blood on the other finger. And I'm just like, so I finally had to hunt because I never hurt myself. And I had to hunt for a Band-Aid. I did finally find a Band-Aid. So, all right, guys, I know the wind's kind of hard. We're going in. Good gracious. Good pushing. Delilah's ready to go inside. So we're going to go on inside.
Chasing, she can cook gray meat.
And I just want to tell you guys, hey, you know, we just got a lot of opinions. You know, we have our opinions about this case. And nothing's going to change our opinions of this case until this boy is found alive and healthy. But like stepdaddy said, you ain't gonna find him. You're never going to find him.
Timestamp, date, proof. Stat. Beddy, Tony, Seth, just like the claims that you made on Court TV, that law enforcement, Sumner County to be exact, stated that there was no evidence of Sebastian ever leaving the home.
I do believe justice. I believe justice will prevail. Thank you, nerdy girl. God bless you. Justin, for all, I'll give you a call. I want to catch up with you as soon as I'm done.
Oh, they're back to being best friends. Isn't that amazing? Spanky will go wherever the wind blows.
With this live, I'll give you a call. All right, I'm gonna call you in about 2 minutes. So be ready, because I just wanted to touch base with you about something.
Another narrative I need pushed out there.
Hopefully it's okay. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm going to talk to Justin, and hopefully we'll have a good live tonight. I'm hoping.
Miss W, thank you for the support. Miss W says, or Miss Arnold. Why do I always get you two confused? Miss Arnold says, I can't wait to see what jail task she ends up with. I always get Miss W and Miss Arnold always confused. Thank you, Miss Arnold.
I need to bring on a special guest tomorrow. You guys are going to be really excited to know about the special guest. I don't want to talk about it just yet. I need to confirm everything. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have a special guest that I think you guys will enjoy hearing from. We'll see how everything goes. But
her mod.
Be on the lookout for the thumbnail, exclusive interview thumbnail. And don't forget to sub up. If you guys haven't subbed up yet, I know we had a lot of technical difficulties last night on Chronicles of Olivia's new channel, falling through the cracks. And it really screwed up the algorithm because she did a live. She accidentally ended it like within 43 seconds. Then she set up another live. It wasn't setting up correctly. She couldn't see herself. So she ended that live, or she deleted that live after.
Or maybe it's just because people are sick of watching you guys push bullshit.
Sent out notifications. And she finally got it on the third try. But by that time, it had already sent out all the notifications. So nobody was aware of the new link. Oh, geez. Delilah, she just jumped up in my lap. Sorry, guys. We're going to go in, honey. Okay, she's really being pushy right now. And so we did do that, and we had Daniela's dad on. And if you guys didn't have a chance to watch that interview, please go over to Falling Through the Cracks. If you can't find the link, go to my community tab and scroll down to where it says this is Chronicles of Olivia's newest channel, and then go in there. It was a really good interview with Daniel. I think you guys will be able to derive a lot of information from it, and the corruption with law enforcement as well as the local news that's covering up information. So he goes through all of that with the audience as we just kind of, pick his brain and learn a little more about his daughter. His daughter is gone. They know who ran her over. They're just wanting the person to be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. They don't want revenge. They just want accountability because their beautiful child was killed. and was killed because
It's a tragic event, a super tragic event. But anything with Beddy, she's involved for self-serving need. That's it.
some idiot decided to get behind the wheel of a car under the influence of something and lost control of his car when he was going at a high rate of speed. And it was only a matter of time before this was the ending result because of his past behavior. So he goes through all of the information he's got. He goes through all of the evidence that they have. It's a very sad story. So if you guys haven't seen it, please go over there, support Olivia's new channel. Don't forget to sub her up. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up too. Tonight, we got two things going on. I haven't talked to the Real Me Too, but the Real Me Too, I want you up for about an hour, about a half hour tonight if you're available, which I know you will be, because you're going to be with, you're either in the chat or whatever. But I wanted to get some different I know it's been at least a week since Leilani, but I want you to provide some, what's Olivia's new channel, Falling Through the Cracks. Does anybody have the link? Can somebody throw the link in here? It's in my community tab.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I don't even want to. No, this is just, no, and no. Yeah, she's lying about that case. I encourage you to go. Yeah, not there. Not there. Chasing, did you do a video on that one? I think you did. This is just, it's a really unfortunate situation. It really is. And unfortunately, there's nothing that she's saying that is super factual once again. Yeah. She's crazy. Crazy. Let me drop Chasing's link in here right quick. Chasing did a stream. I'll promote that because let me drop, for those of you that aren't subbed to Chasing, which 99% of you will be, but please go. If you want to know more about that story, please do not go to Beddy. Please, I'm begging you. It's under videos. Here's her link. Please go over to Chasing's and watch that. Cash, did you know that Chasing used to do makeup and mysteries? Like, she used to talk about cases and do her makeup. I learned that last night. Did you know that, Cash? I just did. Can it be? I just dropped it. Yeah, Cash, watch last night's stream. I was like, no way. I couldn't believe it. I just could not believe it. Yeah, it's about Daniela. I was basically barely Sarian. Hello. Oh, this is crazy. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. My brain just like hit this moment of just, bleh. Please go watch Chasing's video on that. It'll be factual. Catch her video last night that she did. You'll learn more about her Bailey Sarian days. That was entertaining to me. I was laughing. No, Cash. Kenzie would have copied her because she was like the OG of the OGs out here doing that. Wolfie, are you bored today? Okay, Hulu. Yeah, but I think Hulu's doing something else, probably with Olivia. Bye, Sapphire. Have a great rest of your Friday. Okay, you guys, don't forget. In fact, let me go grab that. From my understanding, it's still on. Let me check just to make sure. Duchess's Halloween party is tonight. It's coming up in a few hours. Let me grab that. It's coming up at 5:30 my time. So that's 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. I don't know. All you guys change time zones again. Oh shit, Electro, are you? Well, there you go. Electro, Chasing saw it. That is Duchess's link directly to the live stream. You can go find out more information about what her Halloween. I asked her earlier. Let me see, actually. Let me see if she responded. She probably did while I've been live. So give me 1 second. What'd she say? No theme tonight, costumes of any kind, except you must wear pants. That's the only thing tonight. You have to have pants on, costumes of any kind. You must wear pants. Oh, that's right. Tomorrow. You guys fall back tomorrow. Okay. Till tomorrow night. I knew it was coming up. Arizona doesn't change time. So I know it always is weird because I will go from being on certain time zones with other people and then you guys all change time and we don't. Yeah. If you're not wearing pants, just make sure your camera's from up above. That's it. All right, you guys. I will see some of you later today. If not, I might see you this weekend. I just needed to talk about that one because I just don't even understand what's going on here. Truly, I can't wait till the 20th. I really can't wait till the 20th. I hope that at this rate, what we're seeing happen, I think is just going to continue. And I, for one, am here for it. And I hope that she gets the punishment that she so deserves from the court of law. All right. See y'all later. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Be safe out there if you guys are going out to celebrate, because some people's Halloween parties are this weekend. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Do what Beddy called it. What was the statement? Tow and go? Is that what she called it? Was a tow and go? Where you just call a tow truck and they come pick you up. That shit was wild to me. Chico. That shit was wild to me. Just don't be a pregnant nun. I got pregnant being a pregnant nun on Halloween. That was my karma right back at me. 22 years later. All because I was a pregnant nun. I thought I was funny as hell. The world thought they were funnier. All right. Bye, y'all.